And we are live.
Everybody, welcome back to the Play by Play podcast. Today we're bringing y'all another portion of the NFL, and we finally got the whole crew here with us. So y'all meeting some new fellow members tonight. Sean, say what's up to the people, man.
What's going on, man?
We back with Edwin. Edwin, say what's up to the people.
Yo, what's up?
And we got for the first time Brandon on the show as well. Well, no, this is not your first time. It's your first time on the NFL pod.
Yeah.
All right, Brandon, say what's up to the people, man.
What's going on, guys?
All right, bro. How y'all feeling tonight, man? It's the first time
Yeah.
we finally all on for the NFL portion together.
Yes, sir, man. First time on the pod.
Got a lot to
Feel
talk
good.
about.
Yes,
We do.
sir.
Edwin, how you feeling tonight?
Just another day talking about that NFL.
Yeah, I think he was about to say another day, another dollar.
Chill, bro.
Bro, I think he was about to say another day, another dollar. Like we punching a clock.
Yeah.
All right, but nah, y'all ready?
Yeah.
All right, we just
Yeah,
gonna
let's
jump
go.
right into it. So the big news that happened today, Chiefs offensive coordinator who was there for their last two Super Bowls, Eric Bieniemy, is leaving the Kansas City Chiefs to join the Washington Commanders under offensive coordinator rule under as their offensive coordinator, and I believe he's their assistant coach. How y'all feel about him leaving KC? I did not see that coming.
That's
bro.
yeah.
That's dumb to me. It's dumb.
And bro, it's like I'm just so
Sounds like a
especially after
career
the
ender.
Super Bowl, like just leaving like that is
Right.
crazy.
Well,
It made no
he's
sense to
been
me.
wanting to leave. He's been wanting a head coaching job for the past years, like couple years
I
already.
think he
So
feels
I
as
guess
if
any
Ron
way to
Rivera's
get
gonna get
out.
fired and he's gonna take that position.
Yeah, he could take that position from, especially putting another ring under his belt. It doesn't look like Andy Reid's going to retire, so it's not like he's going to get that
Yeah.
job. But
Yeah.
it's like the last couple of years, he's been a finalist for a few jobs and just has not gotten the job. So I don't know. Like we've seen the same thing a couple years ago in New England with Josh McDaniels. It was like
Yeah.
Mhm.
every year he was a finalist for a head coaching job and just didn't get the job, bro.
I just don't get why you would leave another team to go be a OC for another team. It doesn't make
Yeah,
sense to me.
exactly. Like
Like,
I
same
feel like
exact position.
all right.
maybe he has something to prove trying to win without being with Andy Reid and Mahomes.
I mean, but there's
I
no
Something like
mean,
point
that.
though,
that's
because he could have been the
possible,
head
but it's
coach.
no point because
Yeah.
he eventually probably would have got a head coaching job.
Mhm.
But I don't know if y'all, bro. At the same time, it's like, bro, every year when he interviews for coaching jobs, it's like we hear something crazy about him, like, oh, well, he did terrible in his interview, or like people don't really like him, or he just don't know how to answer football questions. So it's like it's weird, bro.
Yeah. I just
And
don't.
then
I don't know.
it's like LaShawn McCoy, he's kind of a dick of a person, but LaShawn
Yeah.
McCoy has been on record numerous times to say like Eric Bieniemy's an idiot. Like he does not like Eric Bieniemy, bro. And it's like, bro, McCoy's time in Kansas City, nigga didn't play, bro. He
He
was
didn't do
riding the
shit. Nigga didn't do shit,
bench.
man.
Yeah.
Nigga didn't do
Like
He's
he
shit.
at the end
got
of
a
his
free
career.
ring.
Yeah.
With them and the Buccaneers,
And with
right?
Tampa Bay, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And how you feel about Bieniemy going to the Commanders? Oh,
I think
all of
it's
y'all,
a
how y'all
big
feel?
dub. It's a big
We
it's
got
a
an
dub.
Eagles
Career
fan, we
ender.
got a Niners, not
It's a
Niners. We got an
dub.
Eagles fan, got a
I feel
Cowboys
I feel
fan,
like it's
Giants
stupid.
fan.
He went from a good team to a worse team. Like, I don't know. I
It's a
mean, the
dub,
Commanders
man,
could
no
be
matter
better. Don't
what.
get me wrong. They can get better, but
They could be
I don't
better,
know.
but when you got a shit
everything's already
quarterback
established with
and
Kansas City. You know.
What I
when you
feel
got a
like
shit
is
quarterback, it's
maybe
dumb.
Mm.
But you gotta
maybe they're
start
actually
somewhere. That's
going
a good
for.
move. That's a good move
Yeah,
in the right
it is a good
direction. You
start
gotta
in the
start
right
somewhere.
direction, but my thing
Can't
is too, maybe they're actually going to give Sam Howell a chance, and Eric
I
Bieniemy
think
is
they
going to be a
should.
good
What
guy for a young quarterback.
But I'm
yeah.
not building unless I'm the head coach. I'm not going to go to a different place just to build. Like,
Yeah, but like you alluded to earlier, maybe he feel like he could take that coaching job from Ron Rivera.
yeah, you're right. You're right.
Yeah,
That's
he
why I was thinking
could.
that first, though. Yeah, that could be the case.
It's just a weird because unless someone desperately wants to leave, you rarely see someone leave
Yeah.
the Super Bowl winning team to go be the same position elsewhere.
Bro,
Well, he did
okay,
it. He
so
did it with the Bucks too.
yeah,
Didn't he
but I
leave
ain't
the
gonna lie.
same year with the Bucks
If the Commanders don't
when
make
they
the
won?
playoffs next season, he's getting fired. Ron Rivera's out of there.
Oh
Yeah,
no,
well,
they're
but
not gonna make the playoffs. They not gonna make the playoffs.
bro, while we're talking about the Commanders, though, I feel like, bro, they're a quarterback away, man. Like they
They
have a
are.
good
They are.
defense.
They got
They
a
Yeah.
have
decent
good
team.
talent on that offensive side of the
Mhm.
ball. Like They
They
have
do.
Terry
They have talent.
McLaurin, Curtis
Yeah.
Samuel,
But they
Jahan
might lose Ron
Dotson.
Payne though.
Yeah, but
They might
that
lose
O
Ron
Yeah,
line
Payne.
is
Yeah.
that O line is pure dog shit.
yeah, that O
Yeah.
Yeah.
line is pretty bad. They gave
You
up.
got
They was tops in giving up most sacks last year.
Yeah.
like you got Charles Leno, and then you're gonna lose him, and he's ass. So you're losing ass, and you're probably gonna get more ass.
But the
Like
thing is though, like they just being able to protect the quarterback and actually having someone that you're going to play a quarter. No one knows who their quarterback is right now, bro. Like it has
Nah.
to be Sam Howell. Like it's Sam Howell by default. And I'm not saying he can't be good.
sadly,
Like he showed potential in that game he
Nah,
played
I ain't gonna
beating
lie.
the
I thought that they're
Cowboys.
still gonna
Like
go with Heineke though.
Heineke's a free
I mean, you
agent.
could still
He
yeah, you
is?
still
Oh.
got to sign
Yeah.
him back, both of them.
And it's
I
like
thought they're
so
gonna
Well, I
sign him
don't
again
Heineke's
think
a
though. They're
free
gonna
Carson.
agent.
re-sign him.
And then Wentz is under contract, but there's no way Wentz is on that roster next year
I
making
Wentz
that
not
much
coming back.
money.
Nah, he not coming back.
Wentz ain't going. Yeah, he's
I
But
don't
done.
know, man. And then it's
well,
like
how much they signed him
Washington.
for?
They ain't signed him.
The
They
The
traded for him.
Eagles. Carson Wentz is still being
Oh,
paid from when the Eagles signed
Eagles.
him a couple of
Damn.
years ago.
Yeah.
So he's still getting like 30 something mil.
Damn.
He's getting bread.
And the thing is, it's like you can release him, but are they going to have a dead money cap hold on if they release Carson Wentz?
Think
Sure.
I mean, it wouldn't
I
help
They
them if they
probably
kept
they
him.
probably do. I feel like they would have been released him.
That
I
is
mean
true. That's a good
They're gonna
point.
take probably some type of hit regardless, no
after
matter what.
after a certain point you get I think you get less money, but think
Yeah,
you
but
get
at
less
some
money, but you
point,
get more money for next year, and then after
you have to look and think like, bro, I'm not about to be paying a backup quarterback starting money. I'm not doing that.
Nah.
oh no,
Hmm.
So I don't know. It's just a weird situation. I feel like
unless
if
he
they
put in the
can,
word,
bro, if they can
unless
get
he put in the word.
their O line right, protect Sam Howell because they got weapons around him, bro. They
They
got
do.
two good running
Yeah.
backs. They got good receivers on the outside. Like they really have talent. They got Chase Young on that defense. Jared
Hmm.
what's his name? Jared Allen on that defense. Like they have pieces, bro.
Yeah.
I mean, shit, when your head coach doesn't know what game they need to win to make the playoffs, I don't think
Bro,
you're
I'm
in
not
a
gonna
good
lie, I don't
spot.
fault him for
Yeah.
that, bro. Like he have known that, yes. But
That
at
nigga
the
did
same
not
time,
know.
you gotta think though, he's going into the game with the mindset of we're not even relying on that because we're winning the game. Like
Good point.
that's why I feel like I can't really fault him for that. He's not going into the game like, oh damn, well we might lose tonight, boys, so we gotta be
Yeah.
such and such fans tonight. No, like no, his job is to prepare those boys to win a football game. So I don't really fault him for that.
Yeah,
All right, y'all ready to move on?
Yep.
Sure.
All
yeah.
right, next topic. Brandon, I want your thoughts first because you're the Eagles fan on the pod. Shane Steichen has officially been hired to be the head coach of the Colts. And the thing that's weird about it, bro, is like the Eagles and Colts just keep swapping coaches. Frank
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wright was the Eagles QB coach, and then he
But
got
bro,
hired by
like,
the Colts. Sirianni was the Colts OC. Now he's hired by the
We're just
Eagles.
rotating, I
And
guess.
then
We're just
Steichen
rotating.
was
I
with
don't.
the Colts, went to the Eagles. Now he's back with the
We're
Colts. Like,
just it's the fucking Indianapolis Eagles and the fucking Philadelphia Colts. Like I don't know what the fuck is
but
going
now
on.
that Steichen is gone, how do you feel about it? Because I feel like he was a main reason why the Eagles were so successful.
I think it's definitely a big loss because he was a big part of our offense. He was Hurts had a fucking almost an MVP year before he got hurt, and it's just gonna suck. It really is. I don't know how. What he said that QB coach is gonna step up for him, and he's played a big role. So hopefully he helps out a lot. He might hopefully not too much change. The offense is still similar because he did help develop Jalen Hurts. But yeah, it's definitely a big loss.
Yeah, I feel like but before I swing it to Sean and Ed, I
yeah.
feel like it's really a big loss, bro, because don't get me wrong, Sirianni might just step in the role as the play caller, or they might promote someone already on staff. But last season, when the Eagles, everyone looked at the Eagles last year as a rebuild year, basically a rookie quarterback, rookie head coach, and they started off with Sirianni calling the plays. And if we're being honest, Sirianni wasn't a good job as the play caller, and not because he's bad. It's just a lot of pressure to be a first year head coach and a play caller. And when he handed over the play calling duties to Shane Steichen, Jalen Hurts and the team got better. Like they went on that winning streak, snuck into the playoffs, and just following off of last season up until what they did this year, being the best team in the NFC. Like
Mhm.
they were really good when Shane Steichen was calling the plays. The Eagles lost up until the Super Bowl like 20 like two of their last like 25 games with Steichen and Hurts, and he was really big on Jalen Hurts' development. Having an offense cater to Hurts' strengths with the RPOs, the option plays, the quarterback draws, like opening up
Yep.
play action. So it's
Yeah.
really going to be hard to replace that. But I feel like the Colts got a good one. Like he reminds me a lot of Sirianni in certain ways.
I
I said,
agree.
like,
Yep.
I'm kind of iffy on that situation though, because I feel like his offense is kind of predictable.
A
Like,
little bit, a little bit.
because like you know what they're gonna run, you just can't
Yeah.
stop it. Like
Screen
it was really
pass.
their personnel that they had, like their offense, like
Yeah,
they
I can
had
agree
good
with that
blockers. No, you see what I mean? Like
because a
it's
lot of
basically
their
because they had good
playbook is
personnel.
just like, bro, like Brandon, because being an Eagles fan, we talk about it all the time. I'm not really, despite what their offense did, like Sean was saying, they have the great personnel. Bro, them niggas do not get under center, man. Unless it's a quarterback sneak, they do
Hmm.
not get under center. Like everything is
Definitely
out of the
like them to do that a
shotgun, and
little
I
bit
feel like
more.
sometimes, like with Miles Sanders, people will be like, "Oh, well, he lost such and such yards because he's trying to hit the outside instead of run up the middle." Like sometimes it's not good on your running back when you're lined up in shotgun every single
Mm,
play. Like it becomes
definitely.
predictable after a while, especially with the RPOs. It's like you
Exactly.
have to give Jalen credit because Jalen is such a threat to run that
Hmm.
teams will rather give up that pass than to let him rip off a big run. But I can see why you think at times it's predictable.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Yeah.
saying. Like it's not that much of a big hit for them. I feel they can like come back better.
Edwin, how you feel about Steichen going to the Colts?
I mean, I feel like it's gonna be a big loss for them, but they'll fill in the void. They still have good
Yeah.
players on their team, sadly, but
Like I said.
Do y'all think
they
the Colts
got
got a
they
good one?
got
Like, was that the right hire?
no. The
I
Colts
feel like
got a
he'll be
good
good for him too,
one,
though.
but at the end of the day, it's the same thing with Eric Bellamy, no quarterback. They got this
Yeah.
old ass quarterback under center, and they have like it's still iffy. They're still trying to figure out if they're gonna trade up in the draft, if they're gonna pursue one of these free agent quarterbacks.
I feel like I feel like they have to. I feel like they have to do everything possible to trade up with Chicago, man. Because Texans have the second pick. We all know the Texans are picking the quarterback. Whether it's Bryce Young or C.J. Stroud, they're picking a quarterback. But for me, I feel like the Colts they must like trade up into that if I'm them, I'm calling Chicago. I'm trying to get the first pick, and what I'm
They
doing
definitely
Mm,
is
have to.
I what I'm doing is I'm taking C.J. Stroud if I'm them. Like I'm trying my hardest to trade up with Chicago. I know everyone loves Bryce Young because he has the big arm, he can run.
Heisman.
He has the hype. He's an Alabama product. But if
Bama
I'm them, I'm
boys.
I'm I'm trying to take up, and I'm taking C.J. Stroud. And the reason why is we'll talk about it much later down the road when we get into our draft analysis. But C.J. Stroud, bro, the biggest knock on him is that he doesn't run. And that's a crazy knock to have, considering he can do
Yeah.
everything else. Like he has the frame, he has the body, he has a strong arm, he's poised, he's a
Hmm.
leader. Like I feel like with that offense Steichen has,
Yeah.
you put CJ Stroud in there, and from day one, he'll be a better thrower of the football than what Jalen Hurts was 2 years ago with Steichen. So I
I
feel
can
like
definitely agree with that.
it could be successful because he's already more polished at this stage of like their rookie seasons than Jalen Hurts was.
Oh yeah.
I
Yep.
agree.
It's like, but do you really want to go out and sign like Jimmy G? Like he's better than what you got, but he's not gonna
Yeah,
put
I
you over the
definitely start
needle.
around
Like
a draft pick before
have your rookie coach get a
NFL
rookie
vet.
quarterback. We see teams do it a lot and be
Yep.
successful with it. Like just let them grow together. You gave Steichen a 6 year deal. Giving him a 6 year deal shows like you're
They want
willing
to
They
to
gave him
develop.
six
They
rebuild
want
years.
to.
for
Yeah.
yeah, 6 year deal. When you give a
Yeah.
coach a 6 year deal, it shows that you're willing to actually take your time and you're
Shit,
content with that rebuild.
that's a lot of losing.
I don't really
Mm,
think so. Like
yeah.
they got Jonathan Taylor, they got Michael Pittman,
That's the
they got
thing, though. Do you think he's gonna last those 6 years?
I think so.
I think so.
It's
I
it's
I
just
can see
hard a
it.
little bit because you have to think like Bro, them niggas were 4-12 this year, so they're definitely in a
Yeah.
rebuilding stage. So it's like you're going to have growing pains. Like, look at my 49ers, for example. When we first hired Kyle Shanahan and John Lynch, we gave them both 6-year deals, and we gave them time to, put a team together, try to get out of those dark rebuilding days, and it worked. Like they gave them those 6 years, and now we're viewed as one of the best teams in the league.
Not for sure.
So
Yeah.
you just got to trust the process a little bit. And I feel like that's the thing with a lot of like teams. They
Young
give
coach
up
is the
on the
wave
on
now.
their it is. Young coach is definitely the ways, but you have some teams where like they just give up on coaches and quarterbacks too easy.
Yeah. I mean, shit, look at the Texans, bro.
Bro, they
Shit.
they hired Dave Culley, fired him after a year. Lovie Smith
Yeah.
fired him after a year. Like that's
Yes.
atrocious.
Yeah.
You're
Basically.
hiring dudes just to lose. Like I'm not
At
taking
least
that
stay with
job if I
them.
know I'm
Like I
just
don't.
tanking.
Yeah.
Like Lovie Smith got fired
Jeff
because he didn't
Saturday.
tank correctly, bro.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
didn't. That was kind of dumb, though. I ain't gonna lie. A little dumb, but I would
Yeah.
have lost that
And
game.
what
going
coach
out
is
there to
gonna
win.
want to lose? No coach is gonna come in like, yeah, let's just lose. Like no coach is gonna
Yeah,
want to do that.
exactly. Especially
All
a guy
right,
like
guys.
Lovie
Me, I
Smith.
would. Y'all tripping.
All right, guys, let's go out there and fucking lose this game.
Yeah, I'm like, bro,
Yeah,
take this
like
L. We need that
what?
first pick.
Like in the interview, you're a very good fit, but I don't think we want to go too far this year. So how about you don't play too well? Like, what are you gonna say? Yeah,
And then
absolutely.
it's like, yo, when you take a job when you know this team is trying to lose and is going to be bad, why even put yourself in that situation, bro? Because once you get fired, ain't no other team gonna look at you to be a head coach.
Yeah.
Especially Lovie Smith, bro. The last time we see him as a head coach, he was with Chicago. He went 10-6, missed the playoffs, and got fired.
Yeah, they did
Took
him
this
wrong.
it took this man like 10 years to get another head coaching job just to get hired by a tanking team to get fired for tanking wrong. Nigga sold the first pick and got fired, bro.
They basically just never gave him a fair chance.
Yeah, not
Do it
really.
to a lot of people.
Yeah, bro, Dave Culley, first off, they know they was wrong for hiring him. He's like 80 years old, bro. And
He was
he
the
was
freaking
never,
Ravens passing coordinator, wasn't he?
yes, bro, like
And
he
their
was,
passing game was terrible. Oh my god.
oh,
They had like one.
Yeah.
That was the one. That was the worst passing like
Yeah, it was
it
coordinator
was
in the fucking league,
they
wasn't
used
he?
to
atrocious.
they used to run the ball, and that's the
They
only
were
kind of
last
success
in
they
the
kind
league
of had.
in passing, weren't they? Like
At that
something like
time,
that one
yes.
season.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're pretty bad.
Okay, moving
Yes.
on. I want to kick it to you again, Brandon. Once again, you're the Eagles fan here. Jonathan Gannon leaving the
He don't give a
Eagles
fuck.
defensive
That nigga don't
coordinator
give a
job to
fuck.
become the coach of the Arizona
That
Cardinals.
nigga do not give a fuck.
Uh,
How do you
yeah, I
feel,
kind
bro?
of.
Don't give me like, oh well, that's good for us because of the Super Bowl. Like,
Yeah,
give me a
yeah, yeah, yeah. No,
realistic
no, no,
answer
no,
and
no, no,
breakdown.
no. Of course, of course. I've never been a fan of Jonathan Gannon. He's for every good thing he does, he makes the worst possible bad decision you can make. But
Yeah.
he did lead us to have a number one defense, so I give him that. He did.
Yeah.
He did do that. But I feel like when it came down to the wire, when it came time to lock in, they couldn't lock in. Like he was just doing like just missing something. Like he wouldn't blitz at the right time. Like sometimes he just was too passive. Like he just like I think he might end up being okay for the Cardinals, but he's a head coach now, so he's not a defensive coordinator
I ain't
anymore.
even gonna
But
lie. He don't even look like the type to be a head coach. He looked like the type to just be. He just looked like the type to be a coordinator.
yeah, he has a good attitude and personality, so I think that he kind of like a little bit kind of Sirianni-esque, but I don't know. We'll see.
I don't know,
See how
man.
they
It's just
do.
sometimes it's hard with like teams hire these defensive minded coaches and they go somewhere where it's like they're just ass because
Yeah,
most of the
Cardinals.
time a defensive minded coach is always going to coach
The
defensively, and it's
defense.
like
Yeah,
their offense like goes terrible, and then it's like he's not going to have Kyler Murray this season, and if so, he's going to miss majority of the games recovering from his ACL. So I'm not saying it's a bad hire, but I don't know. I feel like the Cardinals was
I
really
don't think the
sloppy
Cardinals.
with their coaching
That's actually one of
process.
my topics for later. I don't think the Cardinals are in a very bad situation right now.
You think they're in a bad situation, or you don't?
Yeah, they are.
Yeah, they are.
You
We'll talk about
you
that more
wanna
later. Not more
okay?
later.
You
More
want to just
later.
okay? So Sean, what are your thoughts on them hiring Jonathan Gannon?
I feel like it's not that much bad of a pickup because it's like who else they had? Like what other option they had? Like of
Yeah,
course
that's
they're gonna
why.
go after.
That's what I
Yeah,
said. I
you
feel
know.
like their coaching process was just a little sloppy. Like,
Yeah, it's like that's all they had out there. Like they had to go after the guy who was just in the Super Bowl. So you know.
yeah. Do you think like going to the Super Bowl and being a coordinator on a team that goes to the Super Bowl like gives you extra hype to get a coaching job?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Oh
You
yeah,
took the
of
team.
course.
Yeah, you got
But he
to.
was the number one defense. We
Yeah.
almost broke the record for sacks in the season. That
I ain't
means
gonna lie. If
something
my
to
team was down
someone.
bad like that
I
too, I was
I
going after
can't
them.
blame them for
You know?
hiring them. We played.
Yeah,
Our defense was amazing this year. They
it was.
played like statistically they were amazing. I know the Super Bowl, they didn't play so well in that second half and stuff like that. But for the most part of the year,
Hmm.
they had it. They're
I
rolling.
I
So
just
I can't.
hope that they could put a roster together that like obviously it won't happen in one off season. You know, they gave him a
Yeah, I
6 year
don't.
deal as well, but I just hope they put pieces around him to kind of mimic what the Eagles did because when you look at
Yeah.
the Cardinals defense, they have good players
Yeah, Buda
individually,
Baker.
but
You know.
as a unit, they're not a good defense and they don't have those like
Mm-hmm.
elite pass rushers or like there's not a pass rusher on the Cardinals that stands out to me. You know, they lost Chandler Jones, JJ Watt just retired.
Yeah.
Like you have individually good
Damn, that
players. Like
is
you
true.
have Buda Baker, you have Isaiah Simmons, you have I can't think of his name. What's
They
the
already
corner they
weren't a
got?
good SAC
Byron
team, and
Murphy.
JJ Watt
Yeah, yeah, you
led
have
their team in
Byron Murphy.
sacks.
Like you have good players, but
Hmm.
as a cohesive unit, they weren't that good.
And also, you won't have Kyler for a lot part of the year, and we don't even know how Kyler is going to be when he comes back because he
Yeah, and it's
and
like with
injuries are
Kyler
very.
gone, it's like what are you going to do at that quarterback position? Like, are you okay with another
Yeah,
year of just losing, or
yeah,
are
we're
you going to try to
tanking.
get like a Jacoby Brissett type of guy, or like what is your plan at quarterback without
Some
Kyler
kind of
Murray?
just bridge.
I
Somebody
mean, but
bridge
then
the
for the
gap.
Cardinals, it's good they went after a guy that was kind of established in the NFL instead of a guy that was coming out of college, like Cliff
Yeah,
Kingsbury. So you know,
yeah,
I
because
don't think that's bad.
Cliff
I mean,
Kingsbury.
college never works. Like the
It never
college
works.
quarterback,
Nah.
college college
Coaches,
coaches never
I
work in
got you.
the NFL.
Yeah, and it's Cliff Kingsbury. He was just there long overdue, bro. Like
Yeah, he was not a good
I
coach at all.
understand he got them to the playoffs last year, but he was there what 4 years, one playoff season, and
Yeah.
they were a first round exit. Like I don't know. I just feel like sure
I
we
knew
hear
he
a
wasn't
lot
gonna
of
last
things.
long. I
Yeah,
already
me,
knew
me
that.
neither. And it's like sure
Yeah.
we hear a lot of things about Kyler Murray as like his character and his leadership and all of that. But let's be honest, Kyler Murray has the tools to be a really elite quarterback.
Hmm.
And if it's true that like he doesn't study film or he can't read a playbook or can't read a defense, he's been hella successful if all of those things are true. So can
Hmm.
you
Yeah,
picture giving him a coach who's gonna instill those things into him? Kyler Murray will be a damn good quarterback.
he would. I
Yeah.
mean, but then again, like, do you think he's the reason that DeAndre Hopkins kind of wants to leave? Or
I think he's just tired of the whole situation, how they're
No,
handling the
Yeah, I think he's
situation.
just tired of that situation.
I think
Like
I
they're
see.
just
D Hop
gonna
wants to
have
be
to
a
get
winner.
rid of
You have
him
to think.
anyway.
Hmm.
You have to
You're
think
right,
in
because
his
that
career.
organization is a little trash right now. Well, it
In
has
his
been
career,
trash,
D
so
Hop has never really been in a good
He's never,
organization.
never a
he
winning
hasn't. Yeah, Texas
spot.
was
Never,
bad.
like he played like 20 QBs in
He had that
Texas,
one shot.
and
He had
He
that
had
one
that one
shot with
shot.
Deshaun Watson, and they blew that 24-point lead to the Chiefs.
Damn, that
uh,
is true. And that shit was
And then it's
yeah,
like
just
we all know how the Texans situation like went. They traded D Hop for a bag of corn chips, and
yeah, robbery.
that made Deshaun Watson unhappy. He axed out. His
mm,
whole like legal issues happened, and I don't. Bill O'Brien is fucking trash. Now he's
mm.
the coordinator on the Patriots, which I don't know what they seen in him.
Didn't they get
Like,
David Johnson back for that trade?
yes, they traded
Oh my God.
freaking bag of
Yeah, that
chips
was,
and David
they got
Johnson for
fleeced.
D-Hop.
Yeah, that's what you call a robbery right there. They got fleeced.
But the thing is, they could build back some draft capital and stuff if they're actually able to pull off a trade for DeAndre Hopkins. But I don't know. Do y'all think they will actually trade him, or do y'all think they would just drop him, like just release him?
Yeah, I feel like it's gonna be like a
They're
like a
gonna
sec.
have
They could
to.
probably give him up for like a second round pick or something. Like
They're gonna have to trade him.
nothing crazy.
They need all they could get.
Yeah, I don't feel like they're gonna
Way
get a lot for D Hop. I don't.
way they moving right now. That's that losing shit.
Cause then
What you
did
mean
he
by
still
that?
have 1,000 yard receiver? Yeah,
He was close if he didn't have
yeah.
it.
And he was
But
suspended
Evan,
for
what do you
like
mean by that?
half a season.
Well, it's just that losing shit. You got Yo, you got your captain talking about, yo, I played this game all year and I ain't trying to lose. You got Buda Baker over here giving out speeches and he's still losing. Like he's talking about losing and like it's just bad. Like you're demoralizing these players and they're just giving out these speeches and just losing, bro.
I'm gonna have more to say about the Cardinals in when we get further down.
Yeah,
But
me
it's
too.
like me being a 49ers fan and being in a division with the Cardinals, and y'all hear about it a lot because y'all obviously know I talk about the Niners to y'all every year. They just don't feel like a threat in our division, bro. Like every year when I be talking about the Niners schedule, which y'all be like Cardinals win, at
Right.
Arizona win. Like every year, it's like I worry more about the Seahawks or the Rams in our division, and it's just like we don't care about the Cardinals. Like obviously they're going to be close games because it's division, but it's like we just like I don't look at the Cardinals as a threat in our division. Like realistically, when have y'all looked at our division and thought like, oh man, the Cardinals might be better than the Niners, Seahawks, or Rams this year? Like
They
just
never thought
it's
that.
been a long time. Like I never thought that in a couple
Remember
of
they had
years.
that. Remember like a
Ain't been,
like what was that, like a year or two ago they had that great streak, then it just all fell apart.
Yeah, every year
mm,
Kyler Murray looks like
yep.
the MVP of the league for the first 5 weeks, and then they just fall off a
And then
cliff.
Call of
Yeah.
Duty comes out and he turns to shit.
It goes with Cliff Kingsbury too, bro. Cliff Kingsbury is just consist. He was consistently always out coached. Now I feel like he might be better in a coordinator role. Like he might be a good OC, but I don't think he has what it takes to be a head coach at the NFL level.
Yeah. It's
All
just
right.
it's a bad situation, man.
All right, moving on. Me and Edwin discussed it a little bit last week. So Brandon and Sean, since y'all wasn't on this week, Sean, I'm gonna kick it with you first. We talked
What's
about
up?
Derek Carr a little bit last week.
Oh yeah.
Derek Carr was officially released, so now he's a free agent to go and sign wherever he wants.
Hmm.
Today, rumor came out that he's supposed to be meeting with the Jets and potentially has interest in going to the Jets along with the Panthers, the Buccaneers, and the Saints. So he's basically looking at the whole damn NFC South along with the Jets. So
Bro, I
how do
feel
you
like
feel
that's a
about him with the
bro.
Jets?
I feel like that's a great fit for him. I mean, they're already a set up team. The defense looking good. All they really need is a quarterback. If they can get a quarterback, they can make the playoffs.
Yeah, they got some offensive weapons too.
Yeah, Garrett Wilson.
Yeah.
Come on, man. Who else was it? What's that?
Elijah Moore,
Elijah Moore.
Corey
Yep.
Yeah.
Davis, Brees
But
Hall's
they still got
coming
Denzel
back.
Mims.
Yeah,
I
they got
forgot about
Denzel
him.
Mims,
They
but
still got him,
they
but
don't
he don't
use
see the
Yeah.
him.
field.
That's Elijah Moore 2.0.
Yeah, man.
Now, when the Jets get a quarterback, what's the deal with Zach Wilson? Like, are they just going to leave him on the bench
Fuck
to
him.
try to learn something, or
Fuck
what?
him.
They
He's
might
gonna be
trade him. I
a
don't know if they can trade him yet, but
Who's
I
going
don't
to
know,
want
bro.
Zach Wilson, bro? I know he's still young, but it's like,
I
what
don't
team's
think
going to look at
nobody's
Zach
going to
Wilson
want him,
like?
bro.
The way he played
I'm
this season,
saying
bro, I don't think nobody want that man,
the
bro. His
way
attitude,
his attitude down, like, come
yeah,
on, bro. You can't just
he's a
like you
demoralizer,
can't be
bro. Nobody really
saying
wants
this
him,
this like you can't be saying this shit and just not thinking
bro.
about your team, bro.
When you have your own teammates rooting another person over you, that's how you know you lost the locker
You
room,
have
man. No, they don't
Elijah
want him
Moore,
there.
that's a wide receiver, pissed at you because you don't throw
Yeah,
him the ball, and the backup is.
that man want to
Bro,
be traded during the season, man.
But yeah, I remember Elijah Moore put a John on Twitter of him throwing a ball in warmups like QB1, talking about
Yeah,
himself.
yeah.
Like,
Like you know it's bad when it goes
I
to
don't
that
think
During
his
the
point,
trade
teammates
bro.
even
deadline, he
fuck
was
with him
heavy.
either.
Like everybody wanted him
Yeah,
for a little bit, you know.
his teammates just don't fuck with him.
But fuck him.
bro, and
This
it's
is a
like
bad spot for him.
that game they had against New England, their defense gave up 3 points, and this man couldn't even get a field goal. He couldn't even get them
Bro,
down the field to get a field goal, bro. They had
they put
five
in
total yards in that second half, bro.
they put in a backup with I don't even know who the fuck that is, bro. Man's
Talk
got a
about Mike White or the
tattoo.
other bull, the
No,
bull
the
with the
other
tattoo,
bull. The bull with the
bro.
tattoo. Just
Nigga, I thought it
running.
was
He was
Tim
out there.
Tebow. Nigga, I thought it was Tim Tebow on the field for a
He was
second,
Bro, I'm
bro.
out
not gonna
there,
lie, though. I thought Zach was gonna be so much better than what he is right now, bro.
bro.
Like I hate
He
how he
was
played
really
out, bro.
balling. They
Like
Bro,
made Zach Wilson look like
he looked
shit.
promising coming from BYU, but no, it's not looking too.
you know what? I feel like every year, bro, every draft, we always get like a random QB from a random school just getting hype. and then they
Yeah.
go over someone who was projected to be like the first pick or something like that. Like,
Bro, prime
think
example is
about
Josh
it.
Rosen.
Exactly, bro.
Prime example,
We was
bro.
hearing like Baker Mayfield, Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson that draft, and then Josh Rosen was up there, bro.
That one
Josh
UCLA
Rosen.
game, that one UCLA game
Last
gave him
year,
all the hype.
or not last year, 2 years ago, everyone thought it was going to be Trevor Lawrence and Justin Fields. Next thing you know, Zach Wilson just is the second quarterback taken out of
Yeah, that
nowhere,
is
bro.
true.
Like
Yeah.
every year it's like that. This year, we're looking at Bryce Young and CJ Stroud, and all of a sudden Will Levis is like niggas is talking about Will Levis being taken over CJ Stroud, which is outrageous to me, bro. CJ Stroud was a weak field goal kick away from going to the national championship,
Listen,
bro.
he shanked the fuck out.
And it's
Bro,
what,
he was
bro?
a shanked field goal away, bro.
Bro, that shit was bro. I remember watching that shit, bro. I was like, Corey, that nigga's gonna miss that field goal.
Bro, you kept telling me like, yo, he gonna miss that field. I'm like, nah, bro, he was elite all season. Like he wasn't missing kicks all season. And you talking about some, nah, man, that pressure gonna get to him. We watching the game together. Next thing I know, he shanked that hole wide to left, bro. Not even close, dog.
Bro, I do not trust any college kicker in close games, bro. I do not trust them niggas, bro.
Yo, and the
They
thing
always
is, bro,
fail.
I'll be looking at them college kickers like, yo, how do these niggas get to the league? Because y'all are just shitty in
They're always
college. How
weak.
are you
They're
getting to the
weak as
league?
hell.
Bro, bro, defense in college, bro. It's like I understand you're scouting the player, but you
Yeah,
look at it and it's like, yo, how are we getting good defensive players in the league? Because college scores be like,
boy,
bro,
they
at
score so goddamn
halftime it'd be like
fast.
28-3, and next thing you know, the niggas who was losing 28-3 won the game like 71-60. Like
I'm
there's just
telling you,
no
bro. Them shits be high
defense,
scoring
bro.
as fuck.
Bro, it just be high scoring, and the game always come down to a weak kicker, bro, all the time in college, bro.
I mean, that's what makes college football fun, though. The high scoring, all the build
It
up.
does, but at the same time, it's like at some point I'm watching a football game and I'm like, yo, is someone going to get a stop, bro?
Yeah, that's true.
But anyway, back to
Sad.
the topic. Brandon, how do you feel about Derek Carr? Jets, Panthers, anywhere else? Like, do you think that's a good pickup for the Jets?
Yeah, definitely. They are, I believe they're a quarterback away just from going to this being in the
Yeah.
playoffs. But Zach badly messed it up. Zach can't even be a game manager. He's that bad.
You can't.
And like it's just horrible. Like their defense has been amazing. Like Sauce, even on offense, Wilson, they both won Offensive Player of the Year and Defensive Player of the Year, and they're just like I don't know. They're there. They have pieces. They have a team. They just need a QB to be somewhat decent, some to make some good throws. And Zach was just horrible, man. Like just horrible.
Bro, for me, it's like any quarterback, I feel like in free agency will be an upgrade for them.
Yeah, pretty
But if I'm
much.
the
I think
Jets,
so.
Yeah.
I'm trying to swing big first. I'm going for
Yeah,
Aaron
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Rodgers. I'm trying to trade for Lamar Jackson. Like I'm going out big first.
Oh, well,
But
not trade. You can't you sign?
Me and Edwin discussed this last week. If I can't trade for A-Rod or Lamar, honestly, if I'm them, I know it's going to sound crazy because of like his injury history and everything, but I think I would try to get Jimmy G, just because like you look at Jimmy G, it's a lot of connection there with the 49ers. Robert Salah was there with the 49ers. Lincoln Tomlinson was there from the Niners. DJ Reed's there from the Niners. Quan Alexander's there from the Niners. Solomon Thomas. So it's a lot of 49er connection, and the way Jimmy G plays football, you just have to be a game manager. And I feel like the
Yeah.
Jets have a good enough defense where they will allow Jimmy to be a game manager. They have guys like Brees Hall where they could rely on running game. They have Garrett Wilson and Elijah Moore where they're not elite they're not elite like how I view Debo and Ayuk, but they're guys where if you put the ball in their hands, they can take a 20-yard pass 80 yards. Like they could create catch yards after catch, yak rack. I feel like Jimmy G will be a good fit over there for the Jets.
Yep.
I agree with that too.
But any quarterback they get is, I feel like, will just be an upgrade over Zach Wilson.
Yeah.
Yep. Literally anybody.
Wait, so do y'all
All right.
think A-Rod would go to the Jets or Raiders?
Nah,
I
I feel
see him
like
going
he's
to the
locked
Raiders.
in. He's locked in for either Raiders or staying with his shit ass team.
I think he'll go to the Raiders because the Raiders
Get Devontae
legit
Adams.
have
Yeah.
no QB right now, and he has that connection there with Devontae Adams. But realistically, if I'm Aaron Rodgers and my goal is still to win, I'm doing everything I can to go to the Jets, bro.
The Jets is
Like
built for it.
they
Built for
have
it
the
right now.
running back, they have the receivers, they have the defense, and although we just saw Nathaniel Hackett like be terrible as a head coach in Denver, he's on that Jets staff, and Aaron Rodgers had two MVP seasons with Nathaniel Hackett.
Oh
So
shit, yeah. That's a good
it's a
point.
connection and it's a connection there with Aaron Rodgers and the Jets. And he'll still be in green. He'll be in a big market in New York. If
Yeah.
I'm him, I'm doing everything I can to get to the Jets.
Cause
But
aren't the Raiders losing Josh Jacobs?
well, he's a free
Nah,
agent.
they could
They
tag
could
him
throw
worse,
a
sign him
franchise
back.
tag
Yeah,
on him and
franchise
re-sign
tag on
him.
them. Yeah.
But they'll probably pay him after that, that season he just had where he was elite running back all season.
Yeah.
Now, y'all ready
'Cause-
for basically the topic of the show today?
Yup.
Yep.
All right, so we're going to be doing what we are calling the good, the bad, and the ugly of the 2020 NFL season. Whether it's a good storyline, a bad narrative, a bad player, anything that you just was a fan of, something you didn't like, or something you thought was just flat out like hideous and atrocious for the league. Brandon, I remember earlier you said you wanted to go first. I don't know if you want. Which one do you want to go first with? A good, a bad, or what? Brandon.
I'll start off with the good first. Um, you guys ready?
Yep.
Yeah,
Yep.
ready, bro.
Okay. So my first one is since the Super Bowl is the most recent game, I have a couple things good about the Super Bowl. First, that Hurts is looking like a star. He played his ass off in that game. Besides the fumble, he was perfect. He was pretty much perfect that whole game. And it's a
Yeah.
shame that he had like almost 400 combined yards, and we lost because our defense just couldn't hold them. They just let him
Hmm.
score after score after score. But Hurts just kept the team on his back. But it just sucks how the way it ended. I know it was a holding penalty. It clearly was, even though they wasn't calling shit the whole game, which kind of sucks. But I think I'm confident that Hurts could have probably took that ball down there. We could have went into overtime or possibly win the game if we got another possession.
Yeah, and I
Yeah.
like
What do you
that.
guys think?
Travis Kelsey said it best on his podcast with his brother. He was just saying like, yo, despite the loss, like Jalen Hurts could have been Super Bowl MVP even with the loss. Like he was
Yeah.
just the best player on the field, bro. Like his will would just not go away. He stepped up when they needed him to. He made big throws. He gave his team a chance to win at the end. Like
And
it's sad that his Super Bowl was decided by a like a wishy-washy penalty.
and I'm like. I guess that game wasn't so good for the Chiefs side. They ended up winning and everything because but Mahomes didn't play well, man. Like he didn't. He had what 182 total yards. I mean,
Those
we
three
held
touchdowns
them
was
and just
killer though.
I
He
those
was really efficient in
exactly,
the red
dude.
zone.
Exactly like that. Like in the beginning we were holding them pretty good, and then they just stopped the
Yeah,
defense. Like
second
our
half they
offense is so
just.
scored. Like I
You know
don't
what the
know
well, you
because
know
we're
what the
containing
biggest
them.
what the biggest difference was? I feel like the Eagles did the same thing honestly in the second half that they did in the first half. The difference was just time of possession. In the first
Yeah,
half, the Chiefs held the ball for like 8 minutes. Like Mahomes was barely Hurts
yeah.
fumbled the Eagles had a long drive. Hurts
Hmm.
fumbled. They ran it back. The Eagles came right back on the field and had another long drive. And after they scored on that drive, it was like 25, 26 minutes went by since the Chiefs last touched the ball. In the first half, the Eagles did an amazing job of just keeping Mahomes on
Yeah.
the field. Where in the second half, they did a worse job at time of possession, giving Mahomes more opportunities to step
Hmm.
on the field and then giving him shorter fields. And like I said, he didn't. If you look at his stats, it's not like nothing amazing. But when you look at those three touchdowns, they were all in the red zone. Like he was just so
Hmm.
efficient in the red zone. That's where
Definitely.
all season. That's where the Eagles struggled in the red zone, man to man defense in the red zone.
Now you guys got anything else?
Who wants to go? Edwin, give us one of yours.
All right.
Oh, we're going in a row. Okay.
I'm gonna do one of my bads. I ain't even gonna lie. That Chiefs OC is a bad. It's bad for them. I ain't even gonna lie. It's bad for them because
Like a bad loss?
Yeah, it's a bad loss for
Okay,
them because
definitely.
it's bad, but it's fixable because at the end of the day, you still have Mahomes and
And still have Andy
Travis, but
Reid.
still got Andy Reid. But I just feel like it's gonna be a bad loss. You got a good offensive coach, and like you've been doing good with him for so long. You just won a Super Bowl, and he just leaves you, and he just dips off to some trash team. Like it's gonna be it's gonna be a loss for them. But they'll still be in a good spot. They still have good players.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they
I
shouldn't
feel
have it
like
all.
Yeah.
yeah, they'll still be okay because they still have Andy Reid, one of the best coaches the game has seen. Patrick Mahomes, already one of the best
Yeah, man, they'll
quarterbacks the
figure it
game has
out.
seen.
They'll figure
Travis
it out.
Kelsey, one of the best tight ends the game has seen. And we actually didn't touch on it a little bit earlier. I don't know if you guys heard. Matt Nagy, he's supposed to be getting that offensive coordinator job. And people can say what they want about Matt Nagy, from his time in Chicago, but he got the Bears to the playoffs twice. He's been
Yeah,
like the most successful Bears head coach in a long time. He got the Bears to the playoffs twice with Mitch Trubisky, and he was their offensive coordinator year with Mahomes before and Alex Smith before Bieniemy got there. So they'll have familiarity there with Matt Nagy. He'll probably incorporate some of the same stuff that Bieniemy did. And at the end of the day, them niggas got Patrick Mahomes. As long as you got Mahomes, Kelsey, and Reed, they'll be good. But it's definitely going to be a big loss. Everyone in that Chiefs locker room talks so highly about Bieniemy. So that it is going to be a loss, but I think they'll be okay.
yeah, they'll figure it out. I don't think it'll be that much of a hit, bro. Like the team they got, they don't really need to do much with like too many players. Like they just need Mahomes and Kelsey on offense, pretty much.
Their
So they'll be
receivers
alright.
just got to create
Yeah,
separation, and Mahomes will get you the ball.
that's it.
All right, Sean, which one? You want to give us a good, a bad, an ugly?
Let me see. Actually, yeah, I'm gonna start off with this one, the ugly, and I'm going with the front office. Uh,
What do
them
you mean by
not
The
that?
front officer
For
for
what
who?
team? Yeah,
for the Cowboys. My Cowboys. My bad. My
Yeah.
bad. Front office, my Cowboys. So,
I like that.
the
I kind of
the
got something
main
similar to
thing
that.
was, bro, us not being able to get a wide receiver too, bro. Uh, them letting Amari Cooper go, I think that really hurt us from going further in the playoffs because
I think
I
that's
feel
why
like we had,
Dak like fell off this year a little bit.
yeah, that's why Dak fell off, bro. Like, because if CD's getting double team, who else we got? Michael Gallup's not creating enough separation, and then we got to go to Noah Brown, who is like, who the fuck is Noah Brown? Come on, let's be honest, who the fuck is Noah Brown? Like, the nigga is a
Holy
random
shit.
nigga on our offense, bro. Like, we just got CD Lamb, Michael Gallup, and Noah Brown. That's nothing to help Dak do anything. And then we got
I,
Zeke in the back, who's declining. It's like, what else do we like? What else can he do? Like, and he's gonna end up throwing picks because niggas running curl routes. Like, what the fuck, man?
Honestly, bro, y'all second option was Dalton Schultz, bro. I'm
Yeah,
pretty sure
Dalton Schultz,
Dak
yeah,
loved throwing to Dalton
yeah, he
Schultz,
did.
and Dalton Schultz, he's a free agent. And are you guys going to waste a franchise tag on Dalton Schultz?
I don't think we are. I think we're gonna go with our backups like Jake Ferguson and Taylor Hendershot. I think we should be good with that though.
Yeah,
But not,
Ferguson got praise from Travis.
Yeah, Ferguson's really good. Jake Ferguson's really good.
I feel like that's a good one. Like, I kind of have something of that nature on my list. So
Uh-huh.
like I'll just jump right into mine since it's my turn, and I'll talk about why I like that Cowboys mention.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is the first bad on my list. It's kind of connected. It's two things. So I'm gonna talk about the
Hmm.
first one first. The first thing I put is just cheap ownership in general, like just around the league. Like you have teams where it's like, bro, you're a gazillion dollar organization and you need talent, you need players, you need receivers. Why aren't you niggas spending money on getting what you need? You look at the Cowboys, bro. They went out
Jerry
and
Yeah.
Jones
just
is cheap
traded.
though.
They went
Jerry
out and
Jones is
traded
cheap, man.
CD Lamb, bro. Not CD Lamb, I'm sorry. They went out and traded Amari
Yeah. Mari
Cooper.
Cooper, man.
And don't get me wrong, CeeDee Lamb had an amazing season this year, all pro. But why be cheap, bro? You're going out and you're signing niggas like T.Y. Hilton, bro.
Yeah.
This old
Mhm.
ass nigga on that cheap deal, bro. Like, spend some money. Go out there.
I'm
Like,
telling you, bro.
you was trying to so hard to get Odell, but you did. I don't know if it's because he was injured or what. Like, Jerry Jones, all their players is trying so hard to recruit Odell. That doesn't happen. And it's like your secondary, bro. Like Trayvon
Exactly.
Diggs, people like to say what they want about Trayvon Diggs. I make jokes about Trayvon Diggs here and there, but let's be honest, Trayvon Diggs is a good corner. He's one of the best young corners we got in the league. You're not putting nothing around him in the secondary. Like,
Anthony fucking Brown.
Anthony Brown? Like that is a
Biggest
cheap
ass.
move. Then I'm gonna talk about them a lot, and you guys will hear it a lot. The Baltimore Ravens, bro. Like, why are y'all so cheap, bro?
Yeah, they are
Y'all
very
have
cheap.
y'all
They are
y'all.
very cheap.
I don't even want to spoil it, but you're not paying your franchise quarterback. You're not paying no receivers to put around him. You're not paying no running backs to put around him. But yet you go out and don't get me wrong, Roquan Smith's a beast. But the money you're supposed to be giving your franchise quarterback to, you give to a linebacker, my nigga. Y'all went out and traded all of these draft picks for a position y'all didn't need. Y'all defense was set. Y'all had a top defense. And you're just being cheap. The New England Patriots, they lost Tom Brady. They went out and they signed like all these mid free agents. Mid,
All
bro, mid.
right.
Kendrick Bourne. I'm a Niners fan. Y'all know how much I love Kendrick Bourne on my Niners. He's a wide receiver 3, a wide receiver 4, and you paid this man to be your wide receiver 1. And
Exactly.
Had a good
Brandon,
season,
you're an
bro.
Eagles fan. You're an Eagles fan, bro. They signed Nelson Aguilar, wide receiver 1 money. Wide
Yeah.
receiver 1 money for Nelson Aguilar.
He had a good year with the
Jacoby
Raiders,
Myers,
but
bro,
it's crazy.
he's a decent player, but like that nigga's he was a nobody for real,
It
bro.
just didn't work
Like
out for them. Their number one was supposed to be one of the young guys, but it just didn't work out, and it
it
ended
didn't
up
work out
being
with N'Keal
Ken-
Harry, but at the
Kendrick
same
Bourne.
time, N'Keal Harry N'Keal Harry had time. Like just because he didn't work out don't mean you go give a bag to Kendrick Bourne. Kendrick Bourne,
Hey, he
bro.
had a nice season, bro.
Bro, he had a no. With us, the season that got him paid was a decent season. He was a wide receiver 3 behind a rookie Deebo Samuel and Emmanuel Sanders. And on that team, our top target was George Kittle. He was hidden by 3 good receivers, bro. Kendrick, like I said, I love Kendrick Bourne. I love his energy. He's an underrated player, but you should not be paying a wide receiver 4, wide receiver 1 money.
Exactly.
That's being cheap. It's because he was on a cheap. They were able to get him on a cheap contract, bro. But his production is not matching his contract. Like, why are
Mm-hmm.
teams in the league just being cheap, bro? My Niners. At times we can be cheap, bro. I
Yep.
understand we want to save money to re-sign our core players, but sometimes, bro, when you have a young player or a really good elite player who wants to come to you and he says he wants to come to you, stop being cheap, bro.
Go
Go
for
sign the
him.
nigga. Look
Exactly.
at what the Rams did. They went out, they signed all they niggas, they got a Super Bowl, bro. The Super Bowl is worth it. Go stop being cheap. Stop being cheap.
But that's why I respect
Stop.
the Eagles. Like, even though I ain't gonna lie, I hate the Eagles, but I respect what they did. They went out and got big name players, put them on the team, and what they got them the Super Bowl. But they didn't. I mean, they
Well,
didn't
they
win the
didn't.
Super Bowl, but
I
They
mean,
made it
they
to it.
were giving them big name players. Like the Chargers could have signed Kazir, but they sold the bag and they let him just walk in free
Yeah, Eagles went
agency.
for it, man. Eagles went
And
for it.
he's
They were gunning
And y'all
for it.
know I hate the Rams, but I
Kazir's
gotta give
from
the Rams
here.
credit, bro. They went out and spent and it got them a Super Bowl. Like it paid off. Look at the
Exactly,
Chiefs.
man.
I mean, I know it's Patrick Mahomes and the quarterback is different. They gave him $500,000, bro, and won 2 Super Bowls with him.
I'm telling you,
Like
bro.
when a player is good and a player deserves to get paid, play that player. You're
Yeah,
like, and I'm gonna take my turn now and tie these together because remember I said my first one is 2. It's also ownership, just mid ownership, bro. Like mid
yeah,
teams that are stuck in mediocrity, bro. Like why are you get? I understand, like you want to be able to compete and everything, but why are you stuck in being mid? Like why are you giving your fans heartbreak? Why are you giving your fans freaking depression? Just for you tell your fans every year, oh, our goal is to compete this year, but you're competing is winning 7 games. Or, oh, maybe someone in the division could get hurt and we could sneak in his wild card and get smacked up in the wild card round. Like, no, don't be content with being mid. Don't be happy to sell a couple of tickets, bro. Like, either go all in, spend money, and upgrade your team, or if it's not working, just enter a rebuild, bro. You look at
exactly.
the Saints. I understand Drew Brees is one of the best quarterbacks to ever play, but ever since he's left, bro, They just been mid. They have
They can't
not
find a
tried to do
quarterback.
better at the quarterback
Yeah,
position.
they can't find a
You look
quarterback.
at the Patriots. Brady left mid. They
Mid
won
as
8 games like a year ago. They won 8 games this year. You're not winning a Super Bowl, bro. Either commit to a rebuild or go out and spend your money to get good players. The Browns, sure, they went out and got Deshaun Watson. He was suspended this year, but just the past couple of years, the Browns are just mid. Like, I understand their fan base and their organization is probably okay with that because they were so bad for years. But you
well.
can't tell me those Browns fans aren't dealing with a lot of like heartbreak and depression and disappointment where you're just mid year after year. Like, you mean to tell
Hey,
me as an organization you're okay winning 7 games just to sell
look,
tickets? It's
look.
terrible, bro. Like,
You going
mediocrity is
0 and
not good for the
16, my
league.
G. You good for at least one. You going 0 and
Bro,
16. I don't give a fuck how many games I win the next season. We just better win at least one, bro.
the last
Cause
couple of years, the Browns made the playoffs that one year when they had Odell and Jarvis and all them. Then after that, they've just been mid, bro. Like we all know because we're fans. When a fan gets a taste of success, you want to go to that next level, bro.
Exactly.
Like, I'm a Niners fan, bro. I watch us lose 2 back-to-back NFC championships. You think I'm not itching for us to finally make that Super Bowl run? I had a taste of success, bro, and I want more of it. Like, and I'm a fan. I'm not a player. So if I feel like that as a fan, picture how these players are feeling, bro. Like, why are y'all content with being mid? Like,
Yeah.
I understand it's a business and you're trying to sell tickets and all that, but that's how you lose ticket sales, bro. After a while,
Scared to
fans are
spend
going to be
money.
tired of being mid and stop spending money on them tickets.
Yep.
Like, rebuild, sign players. Just don't be mid. The Steelers, mid. They've been mid. They've been mid for years, bro. Like, they lost Antonio Brown. It just has been mid. Like, there's
Come
no
on, don't
way
forget
their
about
fans
Big
are
Ben.
thinking they're winning Super Bowls.
yeah, Big Ben got that rocket arm.
Don't forget about Big
Bro,
Ben,
they
man.
bro, they was mid with Big Ben. Soon as AB, bro, that nigga is
Yeah, they
throwing
did fall apart.
that
They,
nigga's
Right.
throwing
yeah.
dunks,
And don't
bro.
forget about Juju. What the
Juju,
Nah,
shooter.
man,
bro,
Juju on the
AB
beat.
left, bum,
Got that ring,
bro.
man.
What
I
did he
put
do?
that shit
What did
on.
he
TikTok
do?
boy, man. TikTok boy.
Bro,
Come
you
on,
see what
man.
they're saying on Twitter about him? AJ Brown is calling him TikTok boy. Tyreek Hill was like, yo, he's trying to play. He started the argument. Now he's playing victim. CJ Gardner Johnson had more picks than he had touchdowns. Nigga had
Yeah,
more
yeah.
uploaded TikToks than he had touchdowns.
I mean,
Bro,
he did get knocked out that one game.
Andy
They killed
Reid
him that
told
one
Juju
game.
Smith, bro. Andy Reid told Juju Smith, you look faster in your TikToks than you do on the field. That is not.
That's
Bro,
terrible. I ain't gonna lie,
I'm
that's
done.
terrible.
I'm
That's
done.
terrible.
I'm
That's
done.
terrible.
Who's next? Who's next? Who wants to go next, bro?
I'll go
Oh,
next.
okay, okay.
You know what?
Go
I said I
ahead.
go. Oh,
Oh,
okay.
let me go.
All right.
Okay, it's a good one.
Yeah.
It's about the Jags because I like Doug Peterson because he's a
Okay,
Eagles
okay.
Oh,
coach. They
I
played
like
Yeah.
that.
they played really well for their first year. I mean, they got into a playoff game and they won a playoff game too. I know it didn't look the best, but they went into one and they won one. And they really turned it up at the end of the season. And Lawrence looked like the guy they drafted, like the guy that they dreamed of having. So I think they might do a lot of damage next year.
Yo,
Okay.
to piggyback off of that, I'm glad you said that because number 2 on my good list, I literally wrote Trevor Lawrence development and the Jacksonville Jaguars. Last
Yo,
year,
y'all
bro, they had,
motherfuckers be jacking my style, man.
bro, bro, last year, bro, they had just an atrocious situation with Urban Meyer and the whole like
Mm-hmm.
him reportedly like abusing his players and him at the
Yeah.
club with like girls sitting on his lap, bro. Like, let's be honest, it was a circus
Bro,
last year.
man, bro.
And he bounced
People,
back very
Yeah.
well. They
they
all bounced
did.
back
People
very
calling
well,
Trevor Lawrence a
amazingly.
bust after one season, which is insane.
Yeah.
But it's like Doug Peterson got a lot of crap because of his last year in Philly. But Doug Peterson's a good coach,
Great
bro. Like
coach.
that
I,
Philly
I, I love
situation was
Peterson.
just toxic, you know? Like he got the Eagles a championship. Bro, Doug Peterson, he coaches with balls, bro. Like he does not
Yeah.
care about going for it on fourth down. He'll go
Bro,
for it on fourth down.
you know what's
Trevor
crazy though?
Lawrence, go ahead, go ahead, go
Like,
ahead.
like that Urban Meyer shit really feels like a fever dream because how fast it went
It
by,
does.
bro.
Like it just shouldn't have happened, bro. It shouldn't have happened.
Bro, that couldn't been the coach that coached Tim Tebow, bro. Couldn't been that nigga. Couldn't
And then
been.
it's like just Trevor Lawrence development, bro. Like he threw for over 4,000 yards this year to go along with 25
He played great
touchdowns.
this year, man.
And his
I like that,
biggest
man.
knock last year was turnovers. This year he
Yeah.
only had 8 turnovers, bro. 8
Turned it down a lot.
interceptions. Like that's
Turned it down
Yeah.
a lot,
amazing.
man.
And like you said,
Yeah.
Brandon, that playoff win wasn't like it wasn't the prettiest, but a win's a win, bro. Especially in
Yeah.
the playoffs, you'll get it wins by any way you can. To be down that much points, to throw interceptions early, and to remain focused and poised and come back and win that game is it's remarkable. So
Mhm.
I love that one. Edwin, what are your thoughts about it? Because apparently you had the same thing. Eddie?
Huh?
Yo, Edwin, where you at, man?
What
Yeah,
happened?
like that dip though. Like that
Oh,
dip.
I said, you want to add on to that? Because apparently you had the same thing.
Oh, no, I was just gonna say the same thing. Yeah, Trevor just took off. He took off. He didn't back away from the challenge, and they gave him some piece. They gave him some pieces. He's gonna have more pieces once they reinstate this dumbass for betting on the games. Um, and yeah, when you have a tight end that's damn near not dropping shit when he was dropping everything this season before.
No,
It's
that sound a
good.
little personal right there.
Alright, yeah,
It's good.
Giants
It's
player.
good for your offense when your tight end has a 76% catch rate.
Yeah, and I'm kind of like I want to piggyback off of that again because like you said, they went out and they didn't get like elite receivers or an elite tight end or nothing like that because it wasn't available. So they went out and they signed good NFL players. Like they signed quality starters to surround around their young quarterback. I remember people were giving them like hell for giving Christian Kirk a big contract, but Christian Kirk, bro, he's an underrated receiver. I've always been a fan of Christian Kirk. You look, people criticized him, but he had an amazing season this year. He had over 1,000 yards. He
Yep.
had, I believe, 84 catches, 8 touchdowns. Like he really stepped up in that wide receiver one role for them. And like you said, Evan Ingram had his struggles in the past on the Giants, but he really like niggas start catching the ball this year. He start making plays.
Yeah.
It's because that weak ass media over there in Jacksonville. They're
Yeah,
not
it's
getting
not that
that
New York
scrutiny.
media, so he didn't have that New York pressure on him that he did in Jacksonville, and he had a career year. And credit, a lot of it's to Trevor Lawrence. You got to give him credit. Trevor Lawrence proved this year why he was the number one pick a couple years ago.
He did, yeah, he definitely did.
Yep.
Definitely did, man.
Heck,
Especially
hey,
They Chargers want to set it off.
it was, bro.
Playoffs, man.
Especially after
Set
how
it
that
off, man.
first half started, the three
Exactly.
interceptions, not being
He
able
played
to get
terrible
the
that
ball
first
past
half.
Fucking
like
four. He
midfield.
had four
Yeah, he had four,
interceptions,
yeah.
Yeah,
bro.
4 interceptions. 3 of them was to Samuel, weren't they?
He had three interceptions to the same motherfucker, bro.
All right, Sean, you was eager to go. You want to give us one before we
Bro,
let Ed go?
the good, bro. We gotta talk about the good, bro. The Detroit Lions, bro.
Yes,
The
yes.
Detroit Lions, bro. Like, I didn't expect them to play that well, but their offense looked amazing. Even though they had a shitty defense, they gotta work on that defense. Their offense looks great. But Jared
Hutchinson
Goff,
looks like
bro.
a stud though.
He
Who?
is Aiden Hutchinson.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, yeah. Really a bright spot in the
I
defense.
don't know
But
if it's like just me, but I see some like Bosa in him.
Bro, they
yeah,
damn
bro,
Reminds
for
me a little bit
corners
of
sure.
Nick
keep getting
Bosa.
hurt though. That's the thing. Like corners got hurt. They safety that makes every
Oh,
tackle got hurt.
Kirby.
Yeah, Kirby Joseph got
Yeah,
hurt.
Kirby Joseph. Yeah, he's nice.
He no. The other bull, Tracy
Who?
Walker.
Oh, okay.
Chris Walker.
He
Yeah, yeah.
got hurt. He tore his shit, and it was just tough. Like that defense just it was just Aiden Hutchinson, and then
And his,
Okuda. I
yeah.
think Okuda got hurt this season too. Or
Yeah, that nigga stay hurt.
bro, like it's just bad looks for them, bro.
But
I
like
don't feel
Sean
like
was saying though,
their
their
offense stat,
offense,
but
bro.
bro, Jared Goff
They
threw for like what 4,000 yards, 29 touchdowns, 7 interceptions, bro. He looked really good this season, bro. Like,
And the thing is, bro, y'all know like I ain't about to sit here and act like I'm some super fan or nothing like that. But
mhm.
especially Edwin, because we had this like we agreed on this topic before. Bro, Jared Goff, he ain't no slouch, bro. He's a good
Yeah, bro.
NFL
He
quarterback.
not
Like,
bullshitting.
He played really
He
well this
not
season.
bullshitting, bro.
bro, he
Played
know
really
what it
well.
takes to win, bro. He was on
Super
that
Bowl.
Rams team that had Super Bowl
He got something on his
expectations.
shoulders right
Yeah,
now,
that Super
bro,
Bowl
and
was
he
weak as
not
hell
fucking
though, but it
playing.
was, you know,
He
so he
was
made
like,
it.
bro, he was a Super Bowl quarterback. Like you don't go to a Super Bowl by accident, bro. Like you
Yeah,
gotta have
you
some
don't. He
kind of
made that
talent to
bitch.
make a
Yeah.
Super
He
Bowl.
play, he playing with a chip on his shoulder right now.
Yeah. And then
He
look, they still
is.
got Jamal Williams in the backfield, 17
Yeah,
touchdowns. Come on,
They
DeAndre
man.
still got to sign him
Swift.
though. I think
I'm
Oh
pretty
they
sure
still
shit.
he'll
got
go
to sign
back,
him.
bro.
Yeah,
He
he coming
seems like
back.
he loves Detroit, bro.
Yeah, man. The media team loves him. The
Then
media team loves that
you know
man.
who is the most underrated player this year in the league that's on the Lions? Amon-Ra St. Brown, bro.
Oh man, how could I forget about him? Right? Yeah,
Amon-Ra St. Brown
I'm
is
gonna
a
say Brown.
dog, bro. He had 106 catches, a
Yeah,
thousand plus yards, and 6 touchdown receptions this year, bro.
he's the
Like
franchise wide receiver right there.
That shit
he's
gonna come.
definitely their
It's
franchise
gonna
wide
come down.
receiver.
It's gonna come down once Jameson really get his feet under him, man.
Yeah,
Oh man,
I
Jameson
forgot
Williams.
about James.
I forgot.
Yes.
Bro. Yeah, I'm tripping. Bro. Yeah, man. That's a really good pickup,
And
bro.
then
Their
they
offense
have
is
Jameson.
they
nasty.
have good O line play with Panay Sewell up there. Like
Yeah, man.
they're off,
It's a
bro.
deep team. They're kind of deep.
Sean,
Kind of
me
deep,
and you
man.
talk about it all the time. If
Yeah.
I was an NFL player, Dan Campbell is a coach I want to play
I
for,
love
bro.
Dan Campbell, bro. I'm run through a ball for that man.
Bro, I would too, but bro.
Good
I'm not
coach,
even a
man.
Lions fan, and I'm sitting there watching this man cry at the press conferences,
It
bro.
gets the
Like
emotions he showed for his team, man. Like, I
this is
fuck
a
with that.
man that I would want to play for and win for, bro. Like
Exactly.
that locker room love
Love
Dan
that man.
Campbell, bro.
Yeah.
He's perfect. Like, bro, I'm glad you said that. Like, this was a perfect drop right here, bro.
Yeah.
10 out of 10 work, bro. I can't even lie to you, man. Edwin, you back up. What you got?
I'm gonna give a ugly. It's that damn Tony Pollard injury, bro. I ain't even
Yeah,
gonna lie. It cost him some damn money, bro.
It's hard for
it
running backs to
cost him some
recover from
chicken.
that.
Bro, it
Cost him
cost
some
him
chicken.
some damn money, my G. Like 1,400 yards, 9 touchdowns, bro. Like this man was a playmaker, and he's not gonna be able to get the money he deserves.
Yeah, career
And
year,
he's
man.
gonna be just rehabbing this whole off season, and he gonna get 10 times less money than what he would have got after this amazing season he just had.
Yeah, bro, injuries like they just suck, man. And to get hurt, like I'm glad my Niners beat the Cowboys, but honestly, bro, the Cowboys just seemed like they were out of the game after he got hurt, bro. Like
Yeah, it was over after that. Offense was fucking
he
shut
was y'all
down.
only offensive spark. Like don't get me wrong, CD had a
We just
good
see him and
game, but
CD. That's it.
it was kind of like even then CD stats were kind of like garbage stats a little bit. Like
Yeah.
y'all offense lost that spark once Pollard went out, bro,
Yeah,
and
bro.
it sucks because he was going to get paid.
That's really that. Damn, that was a good one too, man. Pollard. I was gonna say something about Pollard, but yeah, that's good. That's good.
All right,
That's.
I'm gonna go. I'm gonna give you one of my goods. This
Alright.
is a homer pick. I'll admit it's a biased pick, but my good is Christian McCaffrey being traded to the Niners, bro.
Oh man,
Christian
yeah.
McCaffrey was just like
Oh yeah.
his career resurrected, bro. Like it was
Listen to
by
Carolina,
far
man.
the best offense he's ever played with in his career. And don't get me wrong, he played with like prime Cam Newton when Cam Newton was good, but that Panthers team didn't have the offensive talent that we have, and he didn't have the. Kyle Shanahan is by far the best offensive coach he's ever had. Kyle
Yeah.
Shanahan is honestly probably, in my opinion, he's the best offensive head coach in the league to me. Like you have him, you have Andy Reid, you got Sean McVay, you got Sirianni, but Shanahan is like he's like second to none just in terms of like offense, bro. Like I was watching shout out to Brandon Marshall and them on I Am Athlete. I was watching Debo Samuel on that, and he was saying like, yo, our system, honestly, we run the same like 15 to 20 plays every game. But the
Yeah.
thing that makes our offense so complicated is like we'll run 8 formations just for one play. So, yo, like it's hard to remember and learn all those formations. And Christian McCaffrey did it in a couple of weeks, bro. Check this out. When we traded for Christian McCaffrey, we were 3-4, bro. We got Christian McCaffrey, inserted him in the starting lineup, and we finished the season 13-4. We won 13 games. We went 13-0 with Christian McCaffrey in the lineup, counting the playoffs. With Christian McCaffrey on our team, bro, we went from we were undefeated with him in the starting lineup. We averaged 35 points a game. We were a top 6 rushing offense. We were a top 6 offense in rushing and passing. We were the 7th ranked rushing offense. We were the 3rd offense in rushing touchdowns. McCaffrey had over 1,000 rushing yards. He had 52 catches on almost 500 receiving yards, and he had 12 total touchdowns, 8 running and 4 receiving.
Just an all-around
Christian,
guy, man.
bro,
All-around
he
guy.
does everything, bro, and he just
Yeah.
opened the
Yep.
offense even more for
Bro,
guys like Brandon
He was
Ayuk
the
and
only one that
Debo. Like,
bro,
scored. He was
yeah,
the
bro. When
only
I
one
heard
that
y'all
scored
got
in the
that, man, bro,
NFC
I was like, y'all going,
in
bro, y'all
championship.
locked in, bro. Like, y'all, shit.
and he, bro, like I said, he just opened it up even more for
Yeah.
Debo and Ayuk and Kittle, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Like, Ayuk had his first 1,000-yard season. Debo
So
wasn't
many
all
threats on
pro like he
offense,
was
bro.
last year, but Debo did his thing. Kittle had a career high 11 touchdowns this year with McCaffrey. Like, and it just makes the quarterback's job easier. He looked good with Jimmy in the lineup. He looked good with Purdy in the lineup. And I'm pretty sure he'll look good with Trey Lance in the lineup next year if Trey Lance is the quarterback. Like,
Yeah.
could you picture a healthy Trey Lance running an option with Christian McCaffrey? Like, that's 2 threats we have to watch out for that can run the ball. So just my Niners getting Christian McCaffrey was overall a good
A
thing for
great
this
pickup.
season and the
Great
future.
pickup. Yeah, great pickup.
All right, who want to go next?
I'll go next.
Okay.
All right, this is a ugly. This is about the Bills. They need
Oh,
a
you got
running
me on that.
game. They need a damn running game. In their playoff
Yo,
game, it's snowing.
bro.
It's literally snowing, and you want to throw deep?
Oh
You
my
can't even see
God.
the field. When you want to throw
Dog.
That's what
deep
happens when you sign
passes,
Zach Moss.
like why? Like their game plan looks like it's just let Josh Allen
Fucking,
cook. That's the game
You're not
plan.
rocking with
Let
Naeem
Josh.
Hines?
you're not
No,
rocking with
they
Devin
got no run game.
Singletary.
It's horrible, man. They got
Fuck out of here.
burned in that game. Like they just were trying to throw corner routes in the snow. It's you can't even see. And you trying to
Come
throw
on,
Bro.
corner
bro.
post
James
routes.
Cook,
Like
he's a
they
dog.
they gotta do something, man. They have to. It's
Bro, the
not
Bills are the
Yeah, you
most
should.
working.
overrated team, bro.
Bro,
Like
They are,
By
bro.
far.
they're
bro,
good, but they're
that
stuck in good. I feel like they're not
bro, their
great.
Overrated.
running game
Yeah,
is
yeah.
Like
For me, they're just stuck in. They're not on that tier with the Bengals or the Chiefs in the AFC. They're just like, to
They
me,
was
it's the
cooked their
Chiefs,
ass.
Bengals, and then just good, and that's like where the Bills are.
and
Bengals
like
came to
Josh
home and
bro.
Allen's
whooped
good,
their ass,
Diggs
bro.
is good, but
The snow
dang, man,
really made
like
it 10 times worse
the
than
run
But
what
the
it
game is
thing
already
is,
just
was.
though, the snow made it worse. But
The
we
Bengals
just
still came to whoop their ass.
the Bengals played in the same exact conditions and still Joe Burrow still did his thing. Jamar Chase did his thing. Joe Mixon did his thing. So it's just at the end of the day, the Bengals was just a better team because they played in the same exact field conditions as the Bills.
Yeah.
yeah.
And I feel like the Bills' problem is outside of the running game, they don't have a receiver too. Like it's just Diggs, bro. Like everyone thought Gabe Davis was gonna be that guy, but he was like a 1 game wonder if we're being honest. And then they had Cole Beasley's old ass. They
Yeah.
had Jameson's Crowder old ass. Like they need another receiver. They need a receiver too.
hmm
Like,
I think it's just the run game, man. The run game is just
Yeah.
horrendous.
That run game
Like
is just ass to me, bro.
it's horrible, bro. It's horrible.
like how
Unless
you
I don't
was
James Cook,
saying,
understand. Like
like how you was saying, they're just stuck in good. Like I kind of feel like there's a lot of teams like that. Like for
hmm
me, I think there's only 4 real Super Bowl contenders in the league. To me, it's the Chiefs, the Bengals, the Eagles, and the Niners. Like, and all of those teams were in the AFC and NFC championship
and
games.
they
Like
were
to
right
me,
where they were supposed to be. Yeah, they
those
were all where
4
they're supposed
teams
to
are like miles ahead of everyone else. If you ask me,
be.
like they're the 4 true contenders in the league, in my opinion.
Yeah. I see it.
All right,
yep.
Edwin, flip it to you.
I'm gonna do another ugly. The Rams. The Rams
Ooh, you
are
took mine,
fucked,
bro.
bro. The
You took
Rams are
mine.
such they're in the hole. Like you don't know if Aaron Donald's gonna come back. He already wanted to retire, and then you promise him that you're gonna go back to the Super Bowl, and motherfuckers can't even make the playoffs. Like
5-12 this
Badly,
year,
not
bro. They were
badly, like not
bro.
even
You know,
close.
we always hear about a Super Bowl hangover, but they were bad. They were 5-12.
They were
They were
terrible. They
5
were
games
actually
It,
really
it,
behind.
it didn't
bad.
even look
They
like a
were
Super Bowl
bad.
team. Like
fucking
they did lose some
horrible.
key pieces. I mean,
They
like
had
Von.
injuries with
They
Cooper
had
Cup and
injuries, but
Even with
Stafford,
like
Cooper
but
Cup, they were losing.
even when Cooper Cup and Stafford was healthy, they just did
Yeah,
not look good.
Yeah,
they
they were
had
losing.
it
That
was
was
just
their
him and
John
ass.
Cooper Cup pretty
Wolford
much.
throwing
Yeah,
the ball, bro.
losing Odell, I think hurt him too.
Losing Odell
Von
hurt a
Andrew
lot.
Willis
Odell opened up a lot
retired.
for them.
Yeah, he's a he was a very good second option. And Von
And,
Miller, Von Miller's amazing. So losing him was gonna. And
and then
Andrew
the
They couldn't
Willis
pay
is
that
thing,
man no
amazing.
ways. They couldn't pay him no ways.
and
So
then the thing
Yeah.
with the Rams too is like they went out and they signed
Traded everything.
They went out and they signed Allen Robinson, and he didn't do jack shit. He
Yeah,
did
Allen Robinson do
nothing.
shit.
I
Yeah,
forgot
yeah.
he
I
even
forgot about
became
him.
went to them, man.
I
I
Like,
forgot
don't
he was
even
on
know
the
who that
team.
is.
I ain't gonna lie. I forgot he was on the team.
I don't even know
And
who
then
that
you look,
is.
and it's like I said, they had it, bro. It was
I
just a
thought
lot of
Nate.
like bad narrative and mojo in that locker room. Like no one knows what
Yep.
Aaron Donald was going to do. There's talks of their coach wanting to retire,
Talks
and
of
then
Ramsey trying to leave.
then you got talks of like Ramsey wanting out, and we all know Ramsey's a
Uh-huh.
dog, but Ramsey's a bit of a hothead a little bit. Like Ramsey's
He's a
always in the
diva.
media, like
He's a
he's a
diva.
diva,
He's a
and
diva.
like the Super Bowl
Rightfully so, though.
hangover,
Rightfully so.
like the Super Bowl hangover, like I feel like that's a real thing. But to come out as the defending champs and win 5 games, that's
Yeah,
atrocious,
they
bro.
play like
Yeah,
shit.
that's that bullshit. That's what that is, bro. It's that
Terrible.
bullshit, bro. You don't
All
trade
right.
all your first round picks to be in some questionable ass spot after 1 year, bro.
All right.
It's just
All
dumb.
right. All right. Let me
I
go. Let me go. Let
got
me go.
you go. Okay.
Yeah, let me go. Yeah. I feel like this is the. I'm gonna go ugly too, but I feel like this is the bro. I feel like their ugly is the worst, bro.
Mhm.
Tampa Bay.
They're
Oh my
done. They're
God.
done.
Oh my
They're done.
God.
Tampa Bay,
I had
dog.
that too. I had the Bucs
Sean,
to finish.
bro,
I
bro,
had it. The Bucs to
mine is
finish.
kind of different, but go ahead. I'll let you go first.
Bro, Tampa, bro, they're fucked, bro. Like they just lost Tom
They're
Brady.
finished.
They're
I
in
think they're
hell in
finished,
cap
bro.
space, bro. They're 55 million over the cap, bro.
Shit, I'll
Like, and
take
they'll end
Chris
up having to
Godwin over
release
here.
Mike Evans, like who was their best wide receiver. So it's like,
Someone might have to get traded, bro.
yeah,
Mhm.
somebody got to get traded, somebody got to get cut, somebody get traded. Something got to happen because they have no money. Like, who they
They're,
gonna
they're,
sign? They have no bread.
And what are they going to do at QB? Their only quarterback on
QB,
the roster is
Kyle
Kyle
Trask.
Trask,
Kyle
bro.
Trask, yeah, that's all they
Kyle
got.
Like, are you going to
Kyle
bring back
Trask
Blaine
better hope he
Gabbert
don't
because
play
he knows the
ass.
system? Like,
they're
Exactly,
going back to where they were with Tom Brady, just purgatory, just hell.
bro.
literally.
Just
Them losing Bruce
the,
Arians as head coach fucked them up.
Yeah, y'all already know how I feel about Todd Bowles. He's just
Todd
not a
Bowles is
head
not a
coach
good head
material to
coach.
me. He's not
Yeah.
a
He's a
good
good
head coach.
DC,
Good
good defensive
coordinator, but
coordinator.
not a good head
Yeah,
coach.
head coach, no. Saw
Bro,
that with the
I'm so
Jets.
glad you said that, bro. Because
Uh,
I have on my ugly number one, I didn't even put the Bucks. I put the whole NFC South, bro. Like
yeah,
yeah.
I kind of was gonna say that, but I went for Bucks more specifically.
that is a
But
problem that the league needs to fix. 8 and
mhm.
9 is a negative
Bro,
record getting you into the
yo, that's the
playoffs.
bro. Yeah, yeah, somebody got to speak on the
The
yeah the
the
playoffs. Yeah,
league
somebody
the
got to speak on
league
that.
has to fix that.
They got to fix
There's
that, bro.
no way a negative team should be in the playoffs. Bro,
Buccaneers, bro. We cooked the fuck out the Buccaneers. They
The
should have not
Lions
made
were
that shit.
9 and 8. The Lions had a positive record. That they should be in the
Yes,
playoffs.
they should have been
The
in the playoffs.
Commanders, they were 8 and 8. Better
Should have
record.
made
They
it.
should be in the
Mhm.
playoffs. And
Yeah,
then
over them niggas.
everyone in that division was a game out of first place, bro.
Yes,
Yeah.
The
Falcons
Falcons,
especially. Yes, Falcons
the
could have made it.
Panthers, and the Saints, they were all 7 and
Yeah.
10. That is atrocious, bro. None of those teams had a chance at even winning a playoff game.
The
And
playoff rules are terrible.
everyone was like, "Oh well, it's Tom Brady. You can't count Tom Brady out against like that Cowboys game. Like he's never
Cook
lost to the
their ass.
Cowboys. It's Tom Brady." No, bro, they were 8 and 9 for a reason. They
Yeah,
didn't
them niggas was
belong there,
trash.
and they got exposed, bro. Every time they played a good team this year, they got exposed. They got blown out by the Niners. They got blown out by the Cowboys. They lost to the Falcons. They lost to the Panthers. Like they weren't
Yeah,
good,
Panthers
bro. They
did
had
cook.
no
Yeah, yeah.
business.
Yeah,
No
it's
business being in the playoffs, bro. The
no
league
type of fucking
has to
business.
change that playoff
Change
rule,
that
bro.
shit, bro.
They have
Honestly, I
to.
found it amazing.
And then bro, the fact that they got a home playoff game, a game at home in the playoffs,
Exactly, the
terrible,
home game. That's what got me
terrible,
too, Corey. The home game. It's like how
bro. Up
negative
until the
team having a home
last
game.
game of the season, the Cowboys were in the running for first seed, and they had a road playoff game, bro.
Yep.
Terrible. Like they have to
Terrible
do
shit.
something about that. Oh man. All right, I'm gonna go.
Okay.
I'm gonna give another. Oh, I don't know which one I want to do. All right, I'll let y'all pick. Do y'all want a bad or do y'all want an ugly?
Ugly.
Bad.
Ugly.
All right,
All right.
Evan's a
Yeah,
tiebreaker.
unanimous.
Ugly. We talked about this a little bit earlier. Lamar Jackson and the Ravens not getting a contract
Oh
done.
yeah, that's bad.
Lamar Jackson, bro, I feel like he is the most disrespect elite quarterback in the league, bro.
He's awesome.
Lamar
Man.
Jackson is so disrespected with all
He
the
is, man.
running
They
back
gotta get them in
jokes.
that
He
bag,
can't
bro.
throw. He can't do such and such. Let's not forget that Lamar Jackson was just MVP a couple of years ago. Lamar Jackson, outside of Patrick Mahomes, is probably the most explosive player in the NFL at
Exactly,
the
man.
quarterback
Out that
position, bro.
pocket, boy.
When Lamar Jackson is in open field,
Boy,
you're not touching Lamar Jackson in the open
that
field,
man
bro.
so
You're not.
elusive.
And I make the argument all the time. People who say, "Oh, well, he can't win a playoff game or he can't throw. He has to get better as a thrower." Who the hell is he throwing to?
Exactly. He don't have
Who is he throwing
nothing.
to?
Mark
He's
Andrews. That's it,
Bro,
bro.
Mark Andrews is their wide receiver one, and Mark Andrews is a dog, but he's a tight end.
Tight
And he's
end.
not
So
Yeah.
he's not Travis Kelce, he's not George Kittle. So
yeah.
he's not going to carry that type of load that those two dudes can. He's throwing to Devin Duvernay, Sammy Watkins. Like
That'd
he's
be
throwing
fucking
to
wacky.
his best receiver he's played with was Hollywood Brown, and Hollywood Brown is a number 2 or a number 3. He's just the
Yeah,
deep threat, the guy
he
who's
was
going to
never
take
wide
the
receiver
top off the
one. Never.
defense. And you know the thing that makes them the thing that makes the situation bad about them not getting a QB or not signing their QB, he's going to have to play on a franchise tag,
Yep.
and I doubt he's going to give 100% when he feels like she should be under contract already. And the thing is, by not giving him a contract, you're going to have to pay him even more money now, bro, because
Even
Jalen Hurts is
more.
going to get paid, Joe
Hell
Burrow is
yeah.
going to get paid. Like these young quarterbacks are going to get paid.
The
And
price is
Lamar
going up,
Jackson
man.
the price is going to go up for Lamar Jackson if you don't get
He'll
it
get like
done
50
now.
mil a year. Watch. He'll get 50 mil a year.
If Joe Burrow and if Joe Burrow and Jalen Hurts get 50 mil a year, Lamar
He don't
Jackson's
get
going to
50.
want like 55 mil a year, bro.
Yeah, he's gonna get probably more. Yeah.
And
For
don't get
sure.
me wrong, those quarterbacks might be better than Lamar, but that's just how the market is. Whenever someone gets paid, the next person who wants to be paid even more. And then you have guys like Deshaun Watson, you have Russell Wilson, you have, for crying out loud, you have Jimmy G getting
Yeah.
paid more than Lamar Jackson.
Mm-hmm.
And Lamar Jackson is better than those guys, bro. Like, pay your quarterback. That tells me I don't think they think he's their franchise quarterback. Because if he's your franchise, you would have been paid him already. If you was committed to him, you would have been paid him already. And the situation is just going to get worse because everyone's talking about, oh, Lamar quit on the team during that injury. Bro, I feel like if he was under contract, he might have played in the playoffs. But he know he didn't have a contract. He didn't want to go risk injury and not get paid. Pay Lamar Jackson, bro. That's it. Pay Lamar Jackson.
Yep.
Who's
All right.
next?
Me. I got one. I got an ugly. The Bears. For as well as Fields played and balled this year, they were horrible. Horrible.
Atrocious.
And I hear
Yeah.
rumors
Ass.
that they might come off of him and try to get for like Bryce Young or CJ Stroud.
Stupid.
Like they might
Yeah.
I'm like,
Stupid.
Yeah. I
I'm
forgot
like,
about that
I'm like,
too.
what? Why?
I didn't even
Your
think
te-
about that.
What weapons did he have to? He couldn't even show himself off. The team is horrible. You try to trade for Chase Claypool, he didn't make a difference.
They
He
traded a
didn't do
second
nothing.
round pick for Chase Claypool too.
Like,
A second.
Chase Claypool was so mid. So fucking mid.
I don't understand. Like the team's horrible, man. The team is horrible.
Bro. And
what are
me
they
and
trying
Edwin
to?
talked about him a little bit last episode. We were talking about like young quarterbacks who just get thrown in a fire and wind up being trash.
Mm-hmm.
Justin Fields is thrown in a fire and he's showing
Yeah.
flashes and signs of potentially being
Dude,
their
he's looking
franchise
amazing,
quarterback.
man. Like,
I like Justin
Like,
Fields, man. I feel like he can really be good.
how much I love Justin Fields. I wanted my Niners to take Justin Fields, bro. And he's shown like he's been good, bro. Like he's shown flashes.
Huh?
And he's out here throwing to Byron Pringle and Chase Claypool and
mhm.
Dante Pettis. Like,
It's
these
horrible,
niggas
man.
who not should be on
And
NFL
Cole
rosters.
Kmet, yeah, like
And no O-line, bro. No protection. It's just bad.
it is.
What they need to do is take
Sad
that
as
first
shit.
pick. You need to take that first pick, trade it, and trade down and just get assets, bro. There's more positions you need, bro. Like,
Yep.
get some help around Fields, bro. Let him. I would rather them give Fields a chance and have him fail than not give him a chance at all, bro. Just give him a chance.
But shit, I mean, did niggas not see him in that open field? But that nigga is
Bro,
fast. That nigga is.
He was so close to breaking Lamar Jackson's quarterback rushing record, and I wanted him to, bro.
Bro, that nigga's bro. I didn't know how good he was till I really saw him like play. Like I guess against
When I
us.
saw the reverse he did against the 49ers, I was like, oh my god.
Bro, that nigga is
And how he
fast
played
as
against the
hell.
Eagles, he ran it pretty well. I'm like, God, man, this guy.
Justin
is-
Fields beat
like,
us week 1. We were one of their wins this year.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
definitely
Justin
did. I
Fields
remember that game. Yep.
destroyed us in week 1.
Yeah.
But who wants to go next?
I'm gonna do this one. I'm gonna
go.
do this.
Go ahead.
All right. I would put him in ugly, but I'm just saying it for the bad. Russell Wilson.
Yep. Yeah.
Bro,
Yeah.
that
Kid
man, I ain't gonna
can.
lie. Seeing from
Terrible.
how he was for his career with the Seahawks to just for him to come over here to
He
the
didn't even
Denver
look like he
Broncos and
looked
play this
nothing like Russell
trash,
Wilson.
it
He
don't
looked
seem like
nothing
that's
like
the same
Russell Wilson
person,
at
bro.
all.
Like the
That looked
same,
like
like
Geno
this is
Smith.
probably the most bummest version of Russell Wilson I've ever seen. I
I
never knew
think
he
I
could play this
understand
bad.
it now. I think I understand it now. It's because Geno Smith and Russell Wilson they switch bodies, and now Russell Wilson's
Yeah.
in Geno Smith's body.
Bro, I
I
don't
don't
know
think
if it's
Russell Wilson ever left. He never left Seattle.
is it the system? Like, is that like
Dude, but they
it,
have
it
so
had to
many
be, bro? Because
they have
That's
a
what
lot
it
of
got to
talent though. They
come
didn't
down.
have like they have some talent on that team. Like it's nice.
they
But
do,
Have talent, but that quarterback's playing like
bro.
dookie
Like
clap.
pure
yeah,
shit. They have
bro.
He
nothing,
said Dookie
bro.
clap.
Like if he doesn't play well, they pay him all their bread. If he doesn't play well, then
They
they can't really trade him away because
Bro,
who's
and
gonna
they
want to
hopefully
just
trade for him?
traded,
but
and they just traded for a fucking head coach.
and
Yeah,
I
they're
hope
They
he
fucked.
did.
fixes
They
it.
traded
I
their
They
hope
are
draft
fucked.
picks for a head coach. Them
Coach,
niggas are
bro.
screwed, bro.
Wasn't the
They're
first
fucked,
round?
They traded like a second and a third.
Like ain't
bro.
no fucking way I
Those
gonna
are early draft
pick for
picks,
no,
They're
bro.
bro.
fucked.
And don't get me wrong, Sean Payton's a good coach, but let's be
Great coach.
honest. He's a little bit like Doc Rivers, bro. He's making his living off of that Super Bowl
And ain't
from
won
years
shit.
ago. Like,
Nigga
it's
ain't
just bad, bro.
bro, nigga ain't won the Super Bowl since what, 2010?
Bro, and it's like you just gave all that money to Russell Wilson. How are you going to surround them with pieces if they have no cap
I
Exactly.
don't
You
space,
can't
bro?
do
know.
shit, bro. They gotta rely on that
Jerry
same team they
Judy has
have.
been like mid so far in his
Mid,
career.
yeah.
Cortland Sutton is okay, like he's
Yeah, decent.
good.
He's decent.
Their defense is amazing, but
Amazing,
you
great
have
defense.
to be
Amazing
able to
defense. Yeah.
score some damn points to win in the NFL, and they cannot score points, bro.
Niggas
And they
cannot
don't
score,
have
bro.
their draft pick. It goes straight to Seattle, bro.
The niggas is over with. Like
Oh my god.
if Russell Wilson doesn't
Seattle's the
produce
team
next
that
season,
looks out.
They're
bro,
stuck with him because they paid him so much. Like they have no
yeah,
choice.
they have no choice but stick with him.
And
If it
then
don't
it's like
work,
all this talk came out about just like Russell Wilson being like this dick of a person. Like
yeah, yeah. But a lot of his teammates said it was capped though. So
yeah, but
hopefully
the whole
that's
just
all.
like he's just corny, bro. The whole like
Yeah, he's a little
you
corny.
just got blown out by like 30. You're at the press conference going Broncos country, let's ride. Like that is corny, bro. Like
And Future diss him every time he can. So
That's
you
what a
know,
funny,
corny
bro.
ass nigga, bro. Just corny, bro. I still got hatred for him because of him
like
owning the
Seahawks.
Seahawks, but
Yeah, Seahawks
the
did.
nigga just corny, bro.
I was a big
Like,
fan of Russell Wilson on his Seahawks days too, but man, the way
bro,
but that's
that's
not the
why I
same nigga,
hated him,
bro.
because he was so good, he destroyed us.
That's
That's why
not
I
the
hated
same
him.
nigga, bro.
Like, my hate
Nigga
for
lost
Russell
to Colt
Wilson was
McCoy.
basically mutual respect. It was basically mutual respect. That's why I hated him. But
It
now
gotta
he's
be the
just
climate change, bro. It
weak.
gotta be. The nigga ain't used to that snow or some shit. I
Bro,
don't
it
know,
gotta
like
be the Rocky Mountains or
Is that all
something,
the
It
the
bro.
snow?
gotta
mountains
be
ain't
the
for him.
it gotta be the oxygen up there, bro. He
Yeah,
ain't
the
getting enough
elevation. The
of it
nigga
or
ain't ready.
Bro,
something.
y'all ever
He
see
not getting
Thunderstruck,
enough to his
bro?
brain.
Y'all ever see
Yeah.
Thunderstruck, bro? When Geno Smith gave him that exit dep, he stole his powers, bro. Like he had
I'm
to.
telling you, bro. Nigga Powers was left to Seattle. Nigga left his powers in Seattle, bro.
All right, Ed, you got another one for us? We getting on our last couple before we wrap up.
Uh,
Right. I only got my goods left. So I'm gonna go with my team, obviously, the
mhm.
good, because we finally made it to the playoffs.
Stop
We
Yeah.
hyping them
finally
Giants,
got
man.
our heads
The
out
head
our
coach,
ass.
man. Dable, man.
Ryan
Dable.
Daboll, man.
We
That man, he
just
doing his thing.
we just did good. We did good, and our offensive coordinator and defensive coordinator staying, which is a good
Yeah.
part.
Yo, sneak dissing is crazy, bro.
What you mean? I'm just saying that we kept both of our
Yeah.
coordinators.
Y'all get some
Yeah, you
weapons. Y'all be
did.
straight.
Because
Y'all
we
definitely need some
Y'all just
receivers.
gotta.
Kafka was about to go to the Cardinals. He was in that finalist spot, and then Wink was about to go to the Colts.
Y'all just gotta find out what y'all doing with Daniel Jones. Are y'all gonna give him a big contract, or are y'all gonna
Mhm.
give him like another like cheap deal? Y'all gotta bring back Saquon, obviously. But if I'm y'all,
I
I'm
get Dan Jones
trying
by
not to.
35 mil. 35 mil. 30.
I'm not gonna lie, bro.
I wouldn't. I
I'm
wouldn't.
not
I
doing it,
can't.
bro.
I can't.
I
I
can't
can't.
do it.
I
And
mean,
it's
but
not
I
in,
because
can't.
in
I think
today's
he's.
market,
It's not because I
bro.
think he's
I'm
bad.
giving I'm
Like,
giving
it's
everybody I can the bag, bro. I
bro,
don't
it's
give a
just the fact
fuck.
of like
I
Daniel
can't,
Jones,
bro.
right?
I
We
haven't.
consider Would you consider this year for Daniel Jones like really like a good year?
Yeah,
If you look
better
at his
than
One of
his
his
stats,
past
if you
years.
look at his
Better than his
stats,
past
it's a
years.
mid-year for any other quarterback.
Yeah,
It's
for sure.
it's a
I agree.
mid-year for
I
any
agree.
other quarterback, bro. Like if Jimmy G played 16 games and had the same stats Daniel Jones did, Jimmy G he's already hated in the media. Jimmy G's the worst starter quarterback in the league by default if he had that stat line, bro.
Hmm.
I think I
But
think the
But
team was more
you gotta
Saquon
put it
than
into
Daniel this year. It was more
you gotta put
Saquon.
it into perspective. He didn't have shit. He didn't have
He
no
didn't.
receivers.
But at the same time, bro, this is a guy who was in his third, fourth year, and he's just now showing, well, maybe I can be something on a mid-season. Like, like his stat, it was mid, bro. Like, I don't think he's bad. I'm just
Mhm.
not automatically going to give him
I
35 million
I've
after a
I've
mid-season. I need to see
rather
more. I would rather franchise tag him, bro, to be
I'd
honest.
rather go out and find a new
that's
QB
that's a
before
good point,
I
bro.
sign
But
That's a
somebody
at
good,
who's
that
mid.
that's a
I
point,
good
can't.
point.
You can't. It's hard to win with a mid QB if that's the case. I'm not
You're
gonna
But then
going
say
again,
to
though,
he's
be
consider this
mid.
though, yo. Like he really cut down on
I
his
don't.
freaking turnovers. He cut
Yeah,
he
but
cut
yeah,
yes,
down
hell
a
yeah,
lot.
he
He
did.
did. He did. I'll
Like
give him credit. He played
yeah,
good, but
he
I'm
cut that
not
shit
ready to
down.
give him $35 million yet.
Yeah,
I'm
you're
just
right. You're
not.
right.
I
Like,
mean, you're
if
gonna
I'm
give
them,
him
I'm giving
32.
if
You're gonna
I'm
give him
them, I'm
32
giving
with a tag.
Saquon Barkley his money, and I'm going to go out and I'm going to surround Daniel Jones with some weapons, and I'm going to franchise tag him. We made the
That
playoffs
sounds
last
better.
year. Play on this
I'll do
franchise
that.
tag with upgraded weapons, and if you can do even better than you did last season, we'll give you a
Hmm.
contract.
I
That's
mean,
just how
all
the
I'm
Yeah.
saying
NFL
is
works. You don't want
niggas
to
haven't
be
got paid
stuck
for
in that
less.
mediocrity tier, like I said earlier. You don't want to be
Yeah,
stuck in that.
niggas got
Yeah.
paid for less though. Like Danny Jones could get it. Niggas got paid for less.
Hmm.
Danny Jones could get that shit.
The
Dude,
franchise
Jimmy
Like
tag is
Garoppolo.
32.
we've seen bad QBs get paid for sure. But
Yeah.
Yeah.
like for a team like the Giants, don't be desperate just because you made the playoffs for the first time in a couple years. Like
Hmm.
grow it. Like the Giants, I'm not gonna lie, bro. The Giants got something going over there, bro. They have an amazing coach. Don't mess it up because you want to pay Daniel Jones right away.
Hmm.
Well, my man's been getting screwed over. Except like the like 5 offensive coordinators in damn near all your years. You had
They
Freddie
finally got a
Kitchens
good
as a
yeah.
fucking OC for one game.
Finally got a good
Like,
head coach and they doing
what do
right.
you want this man to do? He had
Yeah,
like this man was
I
just
agree.
getting fucked over. His GM didn't have a brain. His GM's over here paying wide receivers 75 million just to catch one touchdown within 3 years. Like,
Yeah, Kenny Galladay
you
fucking
gotta give
finessed
him.
y'all out that bag. He
Yeah, that
finessed
was
y'all out that
crazy,
bag.
My
man.
man's
Like,
getting finesse, bro.
Niggas
And
finesse.
I
I
feel
feel
like
like
Daniel Jones is definitely your quarterback next year, but just don't rush to
Yeah,
pay
I
him.
feel
overpay.
like
Like
Say
he's
shit
I
overpay.
feel like he's owed something at this point, bro.
What
yeah,
about
to me he's owed
25?
the to me
25
he's
for?
owed the contract of go out there and do it again before I give you a big one.
yeah.
Yeah.
Or even if you look at him, I understand, individual success, wanting to get your money, but at the same time, he should want to be like, okay, I'll take such and such amount so you can give me weapons because I've
A
had
prove it deal. Gave him
nothing
a prove
in
it
all
deal.
these years in, in,
Yeah.
in New York. I've had nothing to throw
I
to.
mean, hey, Core, that alone, though, that alone, him getting them to the playoffs at least, he's going to get over 35 mil. I believe
He
so.
probably will. And I'm not
Yeah.
Yeah.
disagreeing. I'm just saying,
Hmm.
Yeah.
if
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
was in their ownership, I wouldn't do it.
I wouldn't do it
Yeah,
either.
yeah.
Yeah.
But then, that goes back to what I say earlier. If you give Daniel Jones $35 million, you know how much you're paying Hurts, Burrow, and Lamar?
Yeah, they getting that
Yeah.
bag.
Bro, you get from 35, bro. Jalen Hurts is going to
They
get
getting
like
that 50 piece, bro.
55.
Yeah, they getting that 50 piece. Yeah, they getting that 50. Yeah, that's no doubt.
Jalen Hurts was just
Hurts
the
getting that.
MVP candidate, bro.
Hurts getting that. We know that.
Mhm.
We know that.
All right, I'm gonna give y'all a bad it's another 49ers one, bro. I feel like I gave my 49ers a good one. I gotta be
They
fair
getting
and
a
give
bad
them a
one.
bad
Yeah.
one. And the bad one is it's kind of an off-season thing, but it's the quarterback situation, bro. Like, I have no idea what we're doing at QB. Like, we're the only team where we're a Super Bowl
Yeah,
contender
y'all are in the
and just
bro.
have no idea what the quarterback position is going to be the next year. Like,
Exactly, bro. It could
Jimmy
be Trey
G,
Lance.
if Jimmy G is a free agent, he's most likely out of there. It was
Mhm.
rumors that like the relationship ended bad because apparently Jimmy G was healthy enough to play in the NFC Championship. Uh, but we just didn't play him because apparently we wanted him to get an extra rest to be the backup in the Super Bowl if we was to make it that far. And if that's
Yep.
true, now that looks to be terrible because Purdy got hurt. We could have put Garoppolo in that game instead of Josh Johnson. Sure, Garoppolo probably would have been rusty because he didn't play in weeks, but you have a better chance at winning
Yeah, I
that
would
game with
rather
Jimmy G
have,
than
bro. I
Josh
would chose a nigga
Johnson.
over Josh Johnson
Yeah,
any
Josh
fucking day of the
Johnson's
week.
fucking trash.
But
Like
so it's
what?
like Jimmy is gone, and Jimmy G was on pace to have the best year of his career by far before the
Mm-hmm.
injury. So he'll have a market. He'll likely get paid. And then you look, we have two young quarterbacks, bro. Trey Lance has 4 career starts. He's 22 years old. Me and Trey Lance are the same age, bro. Think about that. Trey
Mm-hmm.
Lance is 22 years old with 4 career starts. He's a guy we traded 3 first-round draft picks to trade up and get. And let's be honest, we traded him, we drafted him off of his potential, bro. He has like, I hate to say it because they're in like a tier of their own, but just in
Mm-hmm.
terms of potential, he has like Josh Allen and like Patrick Mahomes s talent. Like being able to like having the big arm, the big body frame, being
Yep.
able to extend plays, being able to throw on the run with weird like arm angles. Trey Lance, bro, if he's able to get his potential together, I feel like he could be a good quarterback. And y'all know how I feel. I really want Trey Lance to be the guy. Like he's young. Let, let him play. Let him play. But then you look and it's like we just had Brock Purdy play, bro. Not an undrafted, but a 7th-round last pick of the draft rookie who went undefeated as a starter, got us all the way to the NFC Championship. And you look at it like Brock Purdy, he didn't do anything bad. Like he played good enough to be the starter. Like if you look at it on paper going into next season, if he's not hurt, Purdy's a starter because he didn't do anything
Brock
to
Purdy
lose the
played
job.
great
He didn't
for
do
like a fourth
anything to lose
string,
the
my nigga.
job, bro.
Like
But
that
it's
nigga
like
played great, bro.
now you look at it, he's injured. So you're coming into training camp with 2 injured young quarterbacks, bro. And it's
Yeah,
like
he
the
in a
thing
blunder.
is, Trey Lance, he's probably going to be further ahead because his injury happened earlier. So his rehab, Trey
Yeah,
Lance should be cleared to
exactly.
play. He should be cleared to
Hmm.
start throwing by March.
Yeah,
So you figure he'll have a head up because he'll be throwing in March. He'll be at mini camp. He'll be at OTAs. They're saying Brock Purdy might not be ready till training camp. And even with that, it's like, is he going to be ready for the first day of training camp, the middle of training camp, the end of training camp? So honestly, Trey Lance should have a head up on a quarterback job, but it's just like, I don't know, bro. Are we cool with the 2 injured young guys? Are we going to try to sign a veteran? Is it any possible way Jimmy G is back? But for us to be a Super Bowl contending team, it's kind of sad. Like we have no
I
direction on the
mean,
quarterback.
think that too, Core. Like y'all could still like. I mean, think of it like this: like if Trey Lance don't work out, you just put Brock Purdy in.
Yeah, that exactly. I'm glad you said that
Yeah,
because I view it as y'all know I want Trey Lance to be the guy. I believe in
yeah,
Trey Lance, but my thing is like, bro, you traded so much to get him. Let him play, bro.
yeah. That
I will
too.
rather
Yeah,
I would rather play him and have him fail than
just
us
be a
not
waste of a
playing him
pick.
at all and he goes
You
Yeah,
never know
somewhere
what you
and
never know what you
he's
get.
a
Yeah.
yeah, exactly. And we go somewhere and he's a superstar. Like play him. If it doesn't work out, you got
yeah.
Brock Purdy.
I
Like
definitely say yeah, still play him. Don't just put him
and
out. Yeah,
the
I still
thing
play
is
him.
that I look at with Lance, bro, I'm not saying Brock Purdy's not bad because Brock Purdy's definitely a baller. If you watch our games, he made some like
Yeah, bro,
amazing
look
throws.
good.
Like
Some
Sean, look
crazy passes. Yeah,
That Cowboys game. There was some plays, bro, where like he's
he
getting
got
out of
picked.
sacks from like Micah
Yeah,
Parsons and like he got the it factor for sure. But then you look at it, bro, and it's like you mean to tell me our offensive talent, bro? Trey Lance wouldn't have been able to do that. Like
yeah.
our offense, it kind of just like the quarterback's job is just don't turn the ball over. Purdy did a good job at not turning the
Crazy
ball
thing
over. So
is
you,
that is crazy, Core. Cause I feel like any quarterback can do good in your system. Like y'all don't
it
really need
is. That's
like
just how our system. Think about our
yeah, y'all don't
system
really need
doesn't
it like
ask
that.
for a lot from the quarterback. It's
Like
just,
Garoppolo, yeah, like Garoppolo. He
it,
ain't really had to do too
yeah.
much.
It's with Jimmy G, bro. It's just don't turn the ball over and just make the
Yeah,
open throws when they're there. Let Debo, Ayuk, Kittle do the rest and
and
run
just
the
don't
ball.
overthink it. Just don't
Yeah,
overthink the
just don't
pass.
overthink it. Go and play simple football. Look at our offense, bro. We score 35 points a game, and if you watch a Niners game, we don't throw the ball deep. Like we don't. We don't. It's just you. Like I feel like when people were saying like, "Oh, you let Jimmy play because Jimmy's better than Lance." Sure, at the beginning of last season, Jimmy G might have been better at week 1, like the start of the season. But if Lance played the whole season, you can't convince me by like week 8, Lance wouldn't have been a better quarterback than Jimmy G because he just has better talent, better tools. So I say we start Lance, let Lance get a chance. If he fails, put Purdy back in. I'd rather give him a chance to have him fail than he goes
Yep.
somewhere else and he flourishes and becomes a star. So that's the bad I got. That situation
Hmm.
quarterback is pretty important.
All right.
All right,
What's
who
Brandon's
wants to
turn?
wrap
Is it
out the
Brandon?
show? Yeah, Brandon, you want to wrap out the show?
Yeah. I have one more, and it's an ugly. Well, yeah, it's a bad ugly. We didn't get to see Kyle Pitts play this year, man. I really wanted to see Kyle Pitts
Ah.
play. I know it's not really one that's talked around a lot, but I kind of wanted to because he looked amazing. He like the hype out of college. Like he didn't catch too many touchdowns last year, but he was pretty decent.
I'm not
Like
even
if
gonna
I'm
lie,
not
Kyle
bro.
gonna lie.
Like,
Pitts.
I think Kyle
I
Pitts is a
feel like
little
he was mid.
overrated, bro.
I'm gonna be honest. Yeah,
I
yeah, me
don't
too.
know. I like Kyle Pitts, man. I don't know. I just want to
I
see
feel like
young
the
guys do
media is
good.
just sucking his cock for no
I don't
reason, bro.
know. I want to see young guys do good, man. So I don't
Bro,
know.
like
Um,
I feel like he
I know
can
this
be,
is
but
I
And I
know
like
this is
tight
not
ends.
like translation into real football, but like
Hmm.
Madden making him like the third highest tight end behind like Kelsey and Kittle,
That was
bro.
crazy. That is,
That is
yeah, that's
cock
crazy.
sucking, bro.
yeah, I don't.
But
Like,
I do think he has the potential, but I don't think Falcons go offer them that. I don't think so. I
and we'll
like him.
see, man. The Falcons, I don't even know what their problem is. I mean, obviously they
I,
have no QB, but I don't
Y'all
know
think
where
you
to
don't think
start with
Drake London
them
gonna be that
niggas.
guy?
I think Drake London is actually good,
what
but
about Desmond Ritter? I don't know.
I don't see him being that guy. I'm sorry. I don't. He got drafted late for a reason.
You never know, man. Late bloomers sometimes.
yeah, bro.
Nah,
Brock
bro.
Purdy was the last pick of the draft, my G. Come on.
Yeah.
Bro,
Yeah.
Brock Purdy was the last
Hurts
pick.
is in the second round.
Brock Purdy was the last pick of the draft on a stacked offense. If you put Brock Purdy in Atlanta, he might
Yeah,
not be able to do what he did in
yeah,
San
you're right. You're
Francisco.
right. That's a good
You got to
point.
look
That's a
at
good point.
situations, bro.
That's a good
Look
Yeah,
point,
at
bro. That
Jalen Hurts.
Falcons
Jalen Hurts
offense
got
is
drafted to a
deadly.
team that won the Super Bowl 2 years
bro.
before he got there. Like,
Bro, Desmond Ritter look old
Falcons
as fuck, bro. I'm sorry I had to say that, bro.
Falcons
you do.
Falcons is deadly, bro. They got my boy
And
Cordell
I like
Patterson.
Cordero a lot. I like Cordero
Cordell
Patterson. He's a dog.
Patterson, the GOAT, wide receiver, kick
Maybe that
returner,
defense,
punt
nigga, that team
returner.
is that. I ain't gonna lie, I
That
ain't know that
motherfucker
It
defense.
is
is, man.
trash, bro.
Crazy
I'm
as
sorry,
that,
bro.
dog.
You know what?
Drake
I ain't gonna
London.
lie, Brandon. We ain't closing out with that. Who got another one, bro?
Let me go. Let me go. Let me get one. Let me
What?
get
Go
one.
ahead, bro.
Okay.
Man, see, I had to talk bad about my Cowboys front office at first. You know what I'm saying? But I couldn't go up and say about my man's, bro. CD fucking Lamb, nigga.
Yes, sir.
You see what that nigga played
Talk your
this
talk.
season?
Talk your talk,
Come
bro.
on, man.
You already
1,300
know I
yards.
ain't. You already know I ain't the biggest Cowboys fan, but me and you've had one-on-one talks where I told you CD is him. So go ahead and
CD that nigga,
pop your
man.
talk, bro.
Bro, 1,300 yards, 9 touchdowns, 5 games with a backup QB, my nigga.
All
Cooper
pro.
fucking Rush, my nigga.
He was an all pro.
All pro, my nigga. Quit playing with my mans, man. Let it be known, bro. He had to let his balls hang this season. Cause niggas forgot. Niggas forgot.
He did,
Niggas
bro.
forgot about my boy, bro. Like, bro, coming out of Oklahoma, he was that nigga, man. Everybody was going for that man. Come on, bro. Nigga had a when he first came in, he got a little iffy, he couldn't really catch. He was dropping passes and shit. But he let niggas be known that he could be wide receiver one, bro. Niggas was talking shit. He showed them. Let's go, man. Come on,
I
man.
love it, man. Anybody want to say one more thing before we head out?
Yeah, I'm gonna end it off with this. The Redskins need to hurry up and sell that fucking team.
Yeah,
You mean the
yeah.
Commanders, man?
Yo,
Commanders,
you know what,
Redskins
bro.
need to sell that fucking
This
team.
show is probably almost 2 hours. But all right, I'm saying the last thing and we're ending it, bro. I'm
Facts,
glad you
facts,
said
facts.
Commanders because on my bad, I have Carson Wentz, bro. Carson Wentz is cooked, bro. That
I
man
know,
is a
man.
overcooked product. And y'all, bro, I would tell y'all know I am a Carson Wentz guy, bro. This nigga is trash. This nigga sucks, bro. He had, he had 7 starts this year, 11 TDs with 9 picks. The
Bro,
nigga was
that
2-5 as a starter, bro. His QBR was
nigga.
33. 33! Bro, 33. He was sacked 28 times in his 7 starts, bro. Like,
Bro,
he's cooked. This was his last chance to prove he could be a
bro.
starter.
The Commanders could have won way more games if that nigga wasn't starting QB, bro.
And then the thing is, bro,
That nigga sucked,
Heineke
dog.
was balling out, bro, and they just benched him for no reason and
Yeah,
put him in the
Carson,
second.
bro. They traded for that
Bro,
man.
he's
They
getting
traded for
sacked
that
four
man.
times a game, bro.
They
It's
traded for
bad.
that.
It's bad.
They traded for that fucking man.
Yo, all right, bro. This was one of our longer shows, bro. So,
Yeah.
y'all, anything else y'all want to say before we close out?
No, I'm
Cowboy
cool.
Nation,
All right, we got a
Big
Cowboy
blew up.
Nation in there. Big Blue. Brandon, you might as well throw a fly Eagles fly in there.
Now I gotta talk about my team.
Hey, with that, bang bang Niner gang. All right, but no, all seriousness, thank y'all for listening to another episode of the Play by Play podcast. Like I said, it was one of the longer episodes, so if you stuck through and listened to the whole thing, we really appreciate it. Be sure to leave a like on this if you're watching on YouTube. Be sure to share it with friends. Follow us on Instagram. Follow us on TikTok. Follow all of us individually, and stay tuned for the next episode. We'll have a basketball portion coming out soon. So we appreciate y'all for listening. Peace. Hey, bro, that was really long, but really good at the same time.